Coming to you live via the internet, providing the connection holds up. Stay tuned, folks. We'll see if it happens. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's Fun Zone time. I am the Jeraffemy, Jeremy Graves. I am joined by the invisible personage that is Felflowne Claire. And welcome to the Fun Zone on this Friday, the 2nd of May. There's Claire. You appeared as if by magic.
Hello.
Good evening to you, Melu. Welcome.
When the fucking stream opened, you're like, yeah, it'll be really funny if you grab the grabber. Anyway.
Good evening.
That's enough of that.
Good evening to you all. Welcome, Melu. Welcome. Noodle cam time has been requested. Where is Noodle currently present?
She's eating a disgusting piece of deceased animal behind me. Yeah.
There you go. Live footage of the noodle.
Noodle proof of life.
There you go. Well, folks, welcome. If you are currently surviving a melting brain like I am, well done. We will keep trucking on. Always forward, as Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta says. Always forward.
That's great advice for a football team. Can you imagine if they did anything else?
Always defend.
Imagine on that football team who's not a forward being like, oh, very nice. Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Just be like this.
Like, you mean that all the forwards are like, what do you mean there's people who are on the team who aren't forwards? It's like, Jeremy, I want to, before we start, offer a very heartfelt and not at all sarcastic, I'm sorry that Arsenal did not get to the final of the UEFA.
Oh, well, we're not in the final yet, because there's a second leg next week.
How does this work, Jeremy? Because I thought if you lost a match in the semi, does it matter how the other people do? Is that how that happens?
So, thank you very much, Harriet. Thank you so much, and good evening to you.
Good
So the way it works is in the knockout phase of the Champions League, which is what Arsenal are in. When you get to, like, I think it's the round of 16 and the quarterfinals, semi-finals, they are all two-legged ties. So you have a home leg and an away leg for each team.
Football, you have two legs.
Correct, yeah. So there's a home and an away leg for each team, if you will. And the first leg was at home for Arsenal this past Tuesday, which we lost 1-0. It was a weird game. I mean,
it was funny because Matty posted the the snapshot of like the whole like this much possession, this many shots on target, and I'm like, yeah. So all I can tell from this is that it was very balanced in terms of stats, but that does not necessarily mean it was a fun match to watch or an interesting one. So obviously you were watching, so you were able to provide that context.
Yeah. So I'll try not to go too much into football talk, because I appreciate not everyone's into it.
I brought it up because I know Jeremy doesn't talk about it much on here, but he's a big old football nerd.
Yeah, sorry, but
and honestly, they don't want you to know this, but you can be a weeb for football just as much as you can for anything else. That the football fans generally aren't okay with that. But let's be honest, it's the same as anything else.
Even to you, Stitcher, welcome.
Hi, Stitch.
But yeah, so the game on Tuesday, it's a semi-final of the Champions League. Arsenal have not been at the semi-final stage for about 20 years, and the last time they were at this point, I want to say we got to the final.
Okay, I mean, you'd be better placed.
So it's that thing of like, this is big deal. Like, big deal. We're against Paris Saint-Germain.
I don't know, but I'm kind of a big deal.
There you go. And the atmosphere before the game, it was something truly special, to the point where I was really up for the game already, as I was with the previous ties when we were against Real Madrid. I was like, I'm well up for this. We've got this far. We've got a massive game against Real Madrid. Let's have at it. And it was one of the best football nights of my life. And then
the one before, or this
the quarterfinal, yeah. And then we get to this, everyone's up for it. This atmosphere is just at a fever pitch. It's one of the loudest stadiums I've ever been in. And I've got two people next to me who have flown to the game from Qatar to be there. I've got two people.
You're gonna fly from anywhere. They probably owned the fucking plane.
I've got two people behind me who flew in from Canada from the game. Like, this is like attracting international levels of like fandom. And we start singing everything. Oh, Claire, have I gone, or is that just you? Oh, you're back. You're back.
I think that was me.
That was okay.
Sorry. Tell me when it's back to normal.
No, we're back now. It's all good.
Because what happened, I can tell something's gone wrong because you know the outside like window. It's happening again.
Okay, I can't tell what's going on your end, but it's fine for me.
No, am I still moving and shit?
Yeah. You're fine.
Okay. So just to explain, the outside of Discord is like, so Discord is black and it's got like a grey band across the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when mine goes fucking wrong sometimes.
That was perfectly timed. Claire, if you can hear me, drop out and come back on the call and I'll add you back in. We'll do that. So, but I will continue for you folks here now. So, we're at the game. In fact, you know what? I'll just message them quickly. Drop out and come back. There we go. So, where are we? Yes, so we're at the beginning of where the match is about to start. We've got like the Champions League music playing, which is like a seminal song and whatnot. And everyone is just chanting so loudly. There is now what has become like the Arsenal like song, if you will, which is by an artist called Louis Dunford, who has done a song called North London Forever. And like part of that now is like the Arsenal pre-match song because they're a big Arsenal fan and whatnot. So, aha, Clay, I can see you. Do you want to drop out and come back, and then I'll add you back on the stream? There you go. They're on a bit of a delay, so it's all good. So, we're playing North London Forever, and it's so loud, it is so passionate, to the point where I am starting to legit get goosebumps, and I'm tearing up because I'm like, holy shit, this might actually happen and whatnot. Like, things are happening, as it were. This is a massive game. It's finally hitting me, the scale of this football match. And I think a Felf has returned because I can hear them. They're currently. There you go. You are a Felf mode, as it were. So
I'm in stealth.
There you go, stealth Felf. So we've had all the pre-match stuff. Its stadium is so loud. There's pyro going off everywhere. There's like big banners being raised in the stadium, which one of them has become a bit of a meme because it did look a bit naff, admittedly, and a bit embarrassing. But that said, and then suddenly we're getting ready to start the match. Everyone's in it. The PSG fans who are below me in the stadium are so damn loud. They didn't shut up the entire game, but fair play to them. And then the players walk to the center of the pitch, and the stadium announcer says, everyone, we're now going to have a minute's silence in memory of the Pope. Which, to put this into, now, I want to say this, look, I have no qualms with that being a thing, but when you have had 60,000 plus people going absolutely apeshit at this game about to start, everyone's at a fever pitch, there's so much emotion, there's so much energy about the match and whatnot, and suddenly you're told, we now need a minute's silence. It was such a culture shock, and I think that actually kind of altered the mood in the stadium a bit. But what a bunch of people tried to do was actually, well, it's partly because people got confused on the timing, because they said that, and then everyone hushed down, and then the referees walked to their spot around the centre circle, and then they blew the whistle to indicate we're now starting the minute's silence. But because people have been silent for probably a good 30 seconds before that, people thought that was the end.
You can't tell how long a minute is, yeah.
Exactly. People thought that was the end of the silence and then started applauding. And apparently,
That's so funny.
And apparently on TV, people thought it was the Arsenal fans trying to make it a minute's applause to keep the atmosphere going. It's like, well, partly yes, partly because we thought it was over.
Yeah, we need to work on our communication skills here.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a random thing. But yeah, the game itself, the first 20 minutes, PSG were all over us. They got a goal from it. We weren't that great, to be fair. If you look at the possession stats of the game, for I think the first 20 minutes, it's probably in the region of PSG at like 90% and Arsenal 10. It's quite impressive.
I only saw the full-time stats, so they balanced out by that.
It's pretty impressive. And I mean, admitting where I was, I could barely hear any Arsenal fans chanting because the PSG fans were that loud. They had not one, Claire, they had two drummers.
As many as two? What kind of drummers? Oh. How many balloons did they have?
Oh, who knows? But they had, when they scored, about 10 flares went off, though, I'll tell you that much.
I'm just imagining people firing wide-legged trousers into the air. Right, 1 second. I have killed Discord with Task Manager. I'm currently coming to you live and unabridged from my phone. But I can't do the stream on this, so I'm just waiting for my. Yeah, so what I was trying to explain there, Jeremy, before, because it kept happening, is Discord obviously is black with a grey outline, and sometimes when it's like syncing really hard or something, the outside will turn white, just the outside, and like I don't know why I'm doing this because you can't see it, I haven't got a camera on, but like the very outside rim of Discord will go white, and it's almost a bit like hold it, and it would do that for about half a second before it froze. So I was able to go, it's happening, and then I just went. Oh god! Right, I'm going to try launching Discord on my computer again. Please feel free to vamp. I'm sorry I missed some of the story. I missed why you aren't out of the running for the final. Could you quickly premise that for me while I'm doing this?
I will do. I haven't got to that yet, but I don't know if it came through properly on the stream. So Stitcher has redeemed something that, by request of people, I have made now a channel point redemption. So I'm going to activate this, and hopefully this will come through properly now. So,
I mean, I'm not watching the stream, so I'm only watching you on Discord.
That's right. Ironically, you talked over yourself, but hang on. So hang on.
I'm sorry. Do it again.
Here we go. It's so quick.
What did I say?
Princess.
Oh. Told me I would have. Well, okay, Jeremy. When we're offline, we will record a proper thingy. We'll get Matty to send me one. We'll get you to send me one, and I will mix them into a delightful cacophony, and we can use it as that.
So I was going through the VOD. I'll come back to the football in a second, but I was going through the VOD of the stream last week, and could I, for the life of me, find a proper clean version of Princess, even though I know there is 100% one in there? Like,
no, it's because I was muttering a lot as well. And I wasn't doing it it's a bit like, you know, when you're doing something when you know it's going to be recorded, you kind of make a point of doing a gap in front of me on. Right, I'm going to try and connect with you on my computer, Jeremy.
Okay, I shall bear with for the moment then. Oh. In fact, I'm going to hide that. Oh, there you are. Yay! You're back.
So, I wish I knew why it does this. I don't know. I thought Thank you, I appreciate it, thank you. So, just to minimise the stress on my poor PC, I'm going to actually have the stream, because I normally have the stream up. I'm going to have it up on my phone instead, so that my computer isn't trying to run Chrome at the same time.
Gotcha.
That's mainly for the chat, because and just to see if anything goes wrong, as in like if I stop moving on the other.
As is one to occasionally happen.
We can carry on now. Sorry about that.
So yeah, so the game was an experience. At half time, it was kind of a bit of a deflated mood talking to some people and whatnot. But that's just because we were so up for it. But honestly, and I mean this with the best will in the world, the minute silence for the Pope. Badly phrased what I'm about to say. It kind of killed the crowd for a bit.
Do you know what would be really funny if, like, I don't know if, did you know that he had died?
So this is the thing, yes, because in the previous tie, the away leg for us at Real Madrid, they had a minute's silence there. So my reaction was, I get it's probably not been acknowledged in the stadium, but we've had a game since then. Why are we doing it now?
The thing that makes me laugh is that if there might have been some people in the audience who hadn't known that he died, it's like, now we're going to have a minute's silence for the Pope. The Pope comes running out of the players' locker room, starts doing headers, doing keepy uppies, like, and that's the Pope, everyone, well done! And you're like, wow, I did not expect that. And people were like, what, he died? Oh, shit.
But to answer your question, though, so it's currently 1-0 after the first leg, and the second leg is on Wednesday.
Who are you playing?
Second against Paris Saint-Germain again. Yeah. So second leg.
You take the average of the two matches, so nobody gets the home advantage. Is that how they do it?
Oh no. So we had the home advantage in game one, if you will, and in game two.
No, but I mean they balance it so you both get to play home advantage.
Effectively, yeah. But generally, some people prefer to have the second leg at home because you might, if circumstances allow, you might need a bit of a G up. To
yeah, I mean, I think it's as fair. I've not heard of this. Is this like a common thing? Like, because normally a semi-final is a semi-final. Normally, it's like you're out, you're out.
Yeah, I think because it's like just a European competition, it's the idea of giving like equal some form of balance. Well, as corrupt as Pro Soccer competitions are.
Well known for giving people lots of chances.
There you go. But yeah, so we're 1-0 down on aggregate currently, but we'll see what happens. And he says, knocking wood, if Arsenal were to somehow, I say somehow just because PSG were really freaking good, if Arsenal could somehow get to the final and I have the opportunity to get a ticket, I will say now at the end of May, the last Friday of May, there probably won't be a stream that day because I might be heading to Munich.
I'd love to go with you, but it just would not work out at all. Also, that would be right on time for your birthday.
Literally like a day or two after, a couple of days.
Yeah, because you got, funny fact, Jeremy has the same birthday as my sister, although they were born in different years. So me and my sister's birthdays are exactly a week apart, so they're always on the same day of the week. Yeah, whenever the birthday was at the weekend, we both got weekend birthdays. But then whenever they were in the day, it was like, oh, in the week, we were like, oh, I gotta go to school. Because I don't think that there were ever really, at the beginning of May, there's like May bank holidays, but at the end of May, there isn't. So you never, do you get an end of May bank holiday?
There is an end of May bank holiday down in England, yeah.
I don't think there's one at the end of May in Scotland. I think we get a different one.
Yeah.
We can either choose like the Glasgow Fair or there's another one in September. But yeah, we get the early May one, we don't get the late May one.
Oh, also, I want to say as well, the Arsenal women are also in a Champions League final because they came back from being 2-1 down, because I went to that game with my dad a week or so ago. They came back from being 2-1 down against Lyon and then ended up beating them on aggregate 5-2.
Is that another French team, Lyon?
That is another French team, yeah. Olympique Lyonnais, I think it is. I never did French, that's how you pronounce it.
I feel like it's got to be something to do with like either the place Lyon or Lions, right?
Oh, Lyon, yeah, the place. Yeah.
The place, yeah.
But yeah, so
what do you call the Arsenal team? Are they the Gunnesses or something?
The Arsenal women.
No, that's completely fair. I was just thinking Gunness is a really stupid word and I wanted to say it.
One thing I will say as well, and I'll sort of start to wind down the football talk, but so with well, two things actually, but what I love about Arsenal as a club, let alone the fact as my team, is that the men and women are basically treated like as an equal stature.
By the fans?
Yeah, well, just in general, like they're being promoted kind of the same. The Arsenal women's team.
No, I know, but you can't control how. What I mean is, you can't control
exactly,
the reaction, yeah.
But kind of sounds like fancy mayonnaise, Lyonnaise. You're not wrong, actually. Not wrong.
But it's fans like you talking about the Arsenal team and then the Arsenal women's team in the same breath. It's normalising that kind of shit.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, and a phrase sort of amongst fandom is what's called a one club mentality, where like it's Arsenal. Like there's the men's team, there's the women's team, but it's Arsenal, and that's the way I treat it. And the Arsenal women's team are freaking great. Like, they're so damn good.
So here's a possibly annoying question. Right?
Go on.
Why are they called Arsenal?
Because
because Arsenal is not a group. Arsenal is like a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can have like a company of soldiers, and the company has an arsenal, but the Arsenal aren't people.
The club's origins go back to the place Woolwich Arsenal, more in South London.
So it's a place then, after.
Yes.
I see. You see what I mean, though? Like, because I was like, it's quite unusual for a football team, and I might be wrong, but it's quite unusual for a football team to not be named after a city, or be called like Rovers or something, but to be named after something that's quite clearly a thing. I suppose actually no, you got the Hammers, haven't you?
Well, they're West Ham United, so there is a place called West Ham, but their nickname are the Hammers.
Nickname, isn't it?
Yeah, because this is
yeah, sorry, go on.
Because this is the thing, it's like, in terms of almost having, like, what I'll say, like, as franchise names, like, if you get, in American sports, you get them all the time, but generally things are based on, the names of clubs are based on where they are when it comes to, to football and stuff. So it's like, in Liverpool, there's Liverpool and Everton. Now, admittedly, I don't actually know if Everton is specifically a place or what that is in relation to.
It sounds like a place, doesn't it? It sounds like it could be a place.
And that's because I've never felt the need to look it up, quite frankly. But they are the two, high profile, at least, Liverpool teams. So
I'm just having a quick look.
So generally they're all sort of relating to place names and such. But the Arsenal, but the Arsenal women are in the Champions League final. They're going to be playing Barcelona, and the thing that's quite serendipitous to sort of go with the one club mentality here is the last time they were in the Champions League final was about 18 years ago.
Uh-huh.
For Arsenal men, it's about 20 years ago. In the quarter
Yeah, that's the
final,
thing. The women tend to do better, and nobody's talking about it up until now.
in the quarter final of the Women's Champions League this year, they also faced Real Madrid, whereas the men's team faced Real Madrid. Both won of it. Both Arsenal team won. Excuse me. In the semi-finals, both Arsenal teams are facing / have faced French teams, and Arsenal women came through. And it's like, it kind of feels a bit serendipitous, and there's a genuine possibility that both finals could be Arsenal v Barcelona. And no team in history of the Champions League has had both their men and women's team win it the same year.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I don't actually know if there is a place called Everton, you know?
I'm not an Everton fan, so I couldn't tell you their history.
No, I mean, nothing to do with the football. I don't actually know if there's a place. I mean, because the problem is, if you Google Everton, all you get is football results.
Yeah.
Like, either results in Google or football results in Google.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like,
100%.
I don't actually know if it's a place or not. It probably is. It's probably like one of those places where... Cause randomly, I was talking about this to a friend when I was in Manchester. I can't remember why it came up. Probably... We didn't see, like, there wasn't, like, a match going on or anything. But... We were talking about sponsors, and because it was something like, we're going out to Etihad, and I was like, isn't that a place? And they're like, no, that's the stadium. That's the stadium that Manchester City is in. Is that right? The Etihad Stadium.
Correct.
And I said, yeah, but aren't they also like a company? Like they're their big sponsor.
They're an airline, yeah. They are.
Oh, they're an airline, right?
They are. I want to say they are the Abu Dhabi-based airline.
Yes, and then we got into a discussion about how, like, we aren't going to call the Excel Centre the Abu Dhabi Excel Centre. We're just not going to do that. Like, even though it says it on the side of the building, everyone just calls it the Excel Centre.
Exactly.
And then that got me thinking about how, like, you know, there's like those weird, like, almost soccer franchises. Yep. I'm using the word soccer because I'm talking about America. Because I saw one of my favourite YouTubers wearing what had Etihad on the front, but it was clearly not a British team, and it turned out it was like a New York team.
Yeah.
But they are technically like a sister team of Manchester City, and I was like, what's going on?
So I can explain this. There is now a thing in football called like the multi-club system. And I'm not massive. Okay. I'm not massive into this idea, but essentially, you could have.
It's not the big multi-league, is it? Because that got kicked out.
Correct, but it's essentially like an owner owning multiple clubs across different leagues.
Oh God. Okay.
No, literally. So, for example,
I mean, don't get me wrong. The clubs are probably fine. The players are probably fine. It's just I'm so fed up of rich assholes just using clubs like.
Oh no, I agree completely. But so one interesting thing that came up is in the context of the Champions League. There are.
Thank you, Stitch.
Thank you very much, Stitch.
I didn't want to put too much effort on it while otherwise I would have been distracted.
So for example, over the past like 10 years or so, Red Bull have heavily got into like football teams. So there are the new.
I remember, yeah, I see the ads and stuff.
So there are, for example, the New York Red Bulls. There's Red Bull Salzburg. There's also.
That sounds really gross. Like I don't want a can of Red Bull.
There's also RB Leipzig, because German football prevents the actual name Red Bull from being used, like on their team name and stuff. So they're RB, despite the fact they clearly, as their emblem, have the Red Bull and everything.
Does that mean Salzburg in Austria?
Sorry?
Is Salzburg not in Germany then? Is it in Austria?
Yes, unless I've got them mixed up or confused, but I'm sure Leipzig's in Germany.
With the whole German thing, I'm like, well, I guess it didn't apply to Salzburg then, but I'm like, no, I think actually Salzburg.
But there was a fun near conundrum that came up because as part of the rules of teams entering the Champions League, for example, they don't want, for example, like the same owners or the same brands competing against each other. And there was a near opportunity for Salzburg and Leipzig to meet in a knockout round. And everyone was like,
who benefits if we win?
Well, no, but it was also like, well, what happens then? Because you can't have the same parent company owning two teams facing each other. So what happened? And unfortunately, it never got to that point. But everyone was like, oh, UEFA, we could have called your bluff.
Because it's going to happen again, yeah. That's so strange. I'm just going to quickly Google what the team was. New York. Hopefully, it know what I mean,
the New York Red Bulls, I believe it was.
No. The team that's twinned with Manchester City.
I try.
Yeah, New York. It's called New York City FC.
Yeah, that sounds logical.
That's very boring, I know, but
Yeah, and I think they've got like a team in Spain as well that's like, I'll say twinned with Man City.
Yeah, I remember looking this up and being like, this is so weird. But like their colours actually, the colour, I think it might, I don't know whether it was and also the symbol they have, I always keep thinking it's the symbol for Rangers, which is quite similar looking, because the symbol for Rangers is like an R with a and there's all these intertwined letters, and then the NYC logo is almost exactly the same, so I have to do like a double take every time. But yeah. Anyway, apologies. The side for football was entirely chosen on my part because I feel like Jeremy doesn't get to like talk about football on here enough, and it's super interesting to hear someone who's excited about something talk about something. It's not interesting to have people just drone on when you're not interested, but if you're interested in it, it's fun. So also it's a big deal, like you said, they haven't got this far in like 20 years. It's cool.
Indeed. So come Friday next week, no matter what happens, there will be a follow-up, a short at the very least follow-up, and if you see me being incredibly happy and I don't have much of a voice, you probably know what happened.
I'm gonna have to make Jeremy a sting that is like not such a point thing, but it's something that he can just press that goes like da 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 da. Jeremy sports ball update.
Like when you made my illness song, the intro for that.
It's like just as I was like getting kicked out of Discord for the first time, you were saying like, oh, it's a really big deal, blah blah, and I was about to say, yes, we're about to find out who finally has won the football. It's like, we will never know who has finally won the football. But yeah. Anyway,
but this brings us on with no segue whatsoever into what is going on for the rest of the stream tonight, because as you folks know, we finished off chapter 3 of Ace Attorney, the turn up big top story. We then last week began a new ongoing project of I've never completed it, Final Fantasy IX. I've never finished it. We still got to figure out the title of that.
I don't remember any of it. That kind
there
of thing.
You go. But
on the head of a winch.
but as we said at the end of the last stream, we're kind of going to aim to try and do it once a month, maybe twice a month, as it were. Because
it depends. I'm sure you all know, trying to get more than 2 of you together when you're in your 30s or 40s is almost impossible. Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So the current working plan for that, if I can find a thing I have conveniently prepared, is.
We can also do, I'm just thinking, if someone redeems Princess, I'll just say Princess.
Fair. So yes, Final Fantasy IX will be back on the 16th of May. This is what we're tentatively working with.
Yes, ish, maybe. We're
yes,
not sure.
that's tentative, so subject to change. And tonight we will be playing the Somnium Files, which is a...
Is it I or is it AI?
I'm going to assume it's I, but it's spelled AI. Okay. But yeah, which is another visual novel type game, but... I feel the need to give some context for this. So, folks may recall that during the Switch 2 announcement presentation, there was a short trailer for a game called No Escape for Konami Date, the Somnium Files. And I thought, oh, that looks really interesting. I want to see what that is. And so Muggins here eventually went, I should really look up what that game is, because I can remember Konami Date, but I need to learn more about this. And it turns out this isn't just a game, it's a series of games called the Somnium Files. And
yes, and it is you're correct.
There we go. I got something right. Yes.
No, you get a lot of things right.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, so there is a demo for the first game, which is on PS4 and on Nintendo Switch. Conveniently, the demo doesn't work if you're on a PS5 console, which was something I learned today, but I do have the Switch version of the demo. But this is the interesting part. If Claire and I decide we want to play more of this game, we will need to figure out how we're going to do this, because the demo's progress does not carry over to the full game.
Well, we were talking about this and we were saying the demo progress carrying over to the full game is actually quite a new concept, because demos and games just never really worked that way in the past, and having a demo that carries over is great, but it's not been the way it's done.
Exactly. And this game came out, this is what we are going to politely refer to as a before times game, because it came out in 2019.
What did we call it? You said PSG earlier and it threw me, because I was trying to think of like, well, he used to think like, I know it's because we were talking about a PCG. Yeah. Do you remember a pre-COVID game? A PCG or a pre-COVID game.
There you go. So this is a PCG, and yeah, we're going to check out the demo, and I had like a little quick gander at the opening, like couple of minutes or so. We can like reduce the voices and stuff.
Shit, y'all. This is a weeby ass game.
Yes, it is. So let's try and load this up. Have I got this on standby? Good. Right, now let's see if I can make...
I just can't find... Because confusingly, I think they're all called the Somnium Files.
So yeah, the Somnium Files is like... is the... We'll call it like... It's the series overall, like the overarching franchise, if you will.
Yes. I'm just going to put titles so I can get... So this is the 2019 remaster, right?
I think it's just a 2019 game, I think.
No. Oh, I see. So it's not like a remaster.
No. This is literally the 2019 game.
Oh, I see. Because part of me was like, why would there be a demo? I'm like, well, why wouldn't there be a demo? So that's dumb.
Indeed.
I'm just having a quick look. So this is the first of the games.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually easier, isn't it? Because then we don't need to worry about what happened beforehand.
Yeah, and one assumes that you can probably jump in if you don't know, but essentially this is game one. Then the second game has got the word Nirvana in the title, I think it is.
Yes, it does. I saw that when I was looking.
I can't remember what it's called exactly.
Remember, this sounds familiar, man.
And then the third game, which is the No Sleep for Konami Date one from the Switch 2 announcement. That's
the one that was announced.
So that's the third game in the series, but based on some cursory Googling, it sounds like it might be set after the events of the first game.
Yes, so I'm just looking at here. It does say the story is set after the events of the first game, but it might be, as Jeremy shudderingly told me yesterday during a call, mid-call. I could almost feel like it's like
you have prequel, sequel, a midquel.
A midquel is terrible crimes have been done to the word sequel.
It's like whoever came with the word tetralogy for like 4 films or whatever it was, like, you know.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because tetra is 4, isn't it?
Yeah, and then there's like a pentology, I think someone did once.
That just sounds like...
actually, no, it was quadrilogy that was the 4-film one.
Oh, that makes sense.
There you go.
I mean, I've got a pentology right here, if you look closely, which is me holding 5 pence.
Fair.
Yeah, so that's that.
So
we don't know what's going on, so we're going to... It's by Spike Chunsoft, specifically the director who's associated with this is a guy called Uchikoshi, who is kind of like has put his stamp on a lot of these kind of games. So things like Danganronpa, this kind of level of like mystery solving, murder mystery / not light novel, visual novel, playable novel, is very much of his making. Hey, Matty. Oh my God, you just got home. Matty's normally home by now, even if, I mean, obviously, choosing to join us straight away is very kind of him, thank you. But he is normally at least in the door before now. So I'm hoping you are at least sitting down and you've got a cool beverage. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the bottom left-hand corner, which is a picture of our protagonist, Kaname Date, looking as Japanese as it is possible to look with his blonde bob. He looks as Japanese as I do, although I don't look as good in pleather as he apparently
If
does.
you knew how long it took me to find a piece of art that had the logo that would fit correctly into the window there.
I could have photoshopped that for you, Jeremy. I am here.
I know, but everyone was melting, so I figured I should...
It's not, it's not that hot up here. You know how hot it is here right now?
I'm assuming it's a cool, crisp temperature where you are in Shotland.
So I've got about 10 places on my temperature thing that I keep, and I added Brighton earlier because I have so many friends there. And I can tell you that it's the same temperature here as it is in Brighton, which is not very high. But in Gloucester, where my sister is, it's 20, so that's a considerable jump. I'm trying to work out which one of these is closest to you without doxing you. I think probably Southampton is probably the closest, and that's 21.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's getting warmer. But it's weird that Brighton's 14 and Southampton's 21. Why is there a 7-degree difference? That's insane.
Just the way it goes.
That is weird.
The world is weird.
Anyway, yeah, so Hull is at a frosty 13 degrees. I'm currently sitting pretty on 13 degrees. So it's dropped a degree since I started this tirade. Cheltenham's at 20 degrees. Dusseldorf earlier was at 28 degrees. R.I.P. Dusseldorf. That would be a great name for a football team.
Well, R.I.P. I can't follow that. But
okay, sorry. Anyway,
so
yes.
we now need to make a decision.
A thing from Charlie, an endorsement.
I'll be lurking, unfortunately, but oh my god, this game is effing amazing. I'm looking forward to this. Sorry, it's a me thing. I'm trying to not swear as much in general, just because I feel like I do it too much.
Every time he does this, I'm like, why? And you always like, I feel like I should. I'm like, not good enough.
It's for my internal moral compass. I don't know.
Moral compass? Excuse
I'm going to a football match tomorrow, Claire. I'm saving the swearing for the game when inevitably something goes weird.
That's better. I can accept that. You're like, I don't want to blow my proverbial load too early, you know. Anyway.
I don't want to blow my cursing load, you know.
And Mello mentioned earlier that the football you were talking about was the wrong kind of football for her. So I presume you are more of an NFL kind of person, which is, I love NFL because it's insane and in a different way too. Whereas sometimes I can get a bit jaded about British football because it's just I mean, don't get me wrong, this happens in America too, but it's like when you see about like how it's used to like hide money transfers and
it's corrupt as balls, you know.
Oh yeah, like any large sporting event because it makes a huge amount of money from betting and shit. But it's just like Baltimore Ravens. That's another good thing. They've got great team names in America. They're those and hockey teams. They don't feel like constrained by place names. They're like, we want to be the fucking I don't know, the Kalamazoo Unicorns,
the
and we're
Tennessee
going to do it
Titans.
Yeah, fucking like the. I want to be the. Wait a second. Wait, is Saskatchewan in Canada?
Correct.
Anyway, I'm trying to think of a place beginning with S. Hang on. I'm gonna be the Sioux Valley. I fucking forgot what I was gonna say. Shit.
You can't have that as a team name. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be the Sioux Valley. We're gonna be the Toronto trans women called Emma. We're just named after one trans woman called Emma, and she's the mascot, like, hey, and every man. Right, that's enough of that silliness. Sorry, I just wanted to shout out to Mello and our other friends.
You got it. So. Now we have the option here, as folks will probably see, of reducing the voice volume.
That's so funny, yeah. Okay.
So we can literally
do a request form, like
So we can literally do our own playthrough of this like we normally do. However, because the progress of the demo doesn't carry over to the full game, and we're very much using tonight to see if we like the game, we'll need to figure out because if we like it, I'll buy the full game. But if we're then gonna redo this first chapter on stream, or if we'll try and do it off stream as a catch up or something, and then try and repeat exactly what we did. Because the thing about this game, folks, is there are branching paths.
Yes, massively branching paths.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, Jeremy, this demo
is
it apparently features a slightly condensed version of day one.
Okay.
A full Somnium level. And then a version of a different thing, and it's given an estimated length, but we'll just see how we do.
Okay, well in that case,
it's not massive amounts of hours.
That probably answers then that if we do like this, we'll do the full game day one, if you will, on stream, just for continuity. So should we start with voices on or off then, Claire?
We were going to listen to them, if you recall.
Yeah, we were thinking of having a little listen just to kind of gauge what the tone is.
Because we did some looking up on Thingy and found that there are about 7 base characters. Try just searching Somnium. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Sorry, behind the curtain, Jeremy's changing the category and I can see it on the screen.
No, I'm going to change it just before we start. That's why I've got it ready.
Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, we found there are about 7 core characters. We may meet them all in this playthrough. I'm not sure. But we do kind of want to see vaguely. We're not trying to copy how their voices are done, but we're trying to work out how many voices there are, so we don't like tire ourselves out.
Because there's lots of, from what I can gather from the very opening couple of minutes I had a quick gander at, there might be lots of little lines of dialogue from other characters lurking about who aren't integral. So it's trying just to kind of.
We know all the integral characters' names, so we've decided that for everyone else, we're just going to kind of pass off characters randomly. I'm just going to say, can you change settings? Somnium mid-game.
I think you can. Pretty sure you can.
I'm sure you can. Yes, you can typically. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, probably.
Cool. All right,
Switch.
So,
you can always jump out, can't you?
this is a mature-rated video game.
This is a mature-rated game, so you gotta have a letter from your mummy to say that you'll be here, and that is yes, your dummy mummy. Mother.
I hope I spell the word correctly.
Take advantage of Jeremy not listening to what I'm saying to say very sus.
I heard the word mummy, and I think I know what the word before it was, but
it rhymed with it.
There you go. So, let's play the demo of the Somnium Files. Or rather, the Somnium Files. That just about came through.
It's like that sound like.
So, what language should we play in? Should we play in Japanese, Chinese, or English?
I'm going to put in. Wait, how did you know which language was which there?
I think that's Japanese.
What? Because it's shorter.
I'll be honest, I don't know. I just guessed. I was hoping that. Yeah.
I presume Japanese. You know what? It's illogical to assume Japanese is first because I presume the game was in Japanese originally.
That's what I'm assuming.
I see. Let's do English. I'm not feeling that brave.
Okay. You cannot switch the language.
Oh no, I can't do it in Canton. Spoiler, that's probably not what that second word says.
The content in this demo is identical to the main game. Saving is disabled in this demo.
That means you can save, but you have to wheel there in a wheelchair.
This story is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents either are products of the author's imagination, and are used fictitiously. Any resemblance is purely coincidental type thing.
I'm really hoping that the text in this game is bigger than that, because I could not read that.
I think it is.
Alright, here we go.
So, let me know if you need some more game juice, folks, because I think the audio goes a little bit weird for a moment or two. Oh, based on what I saw last night when I was checking a few things.
I hear... Oh yes, the roundabout. No, the carousel. Jeremy, you told me about this, remember?
Yeah, I bumped up a little bit, so... do it to about there.
This isn't normally the viewpoint we get of a carousel.
We're setting the scene.
Oh, looks like someone fell. Horses.
For courses.
Music is lovely.
Hmm.
Oddly familiar.
Oh, hang on.
Oh dear. No, she's sitting the wrong way. That's the schoolboy error.
Oh, noes. Oh, whack.
She's fine. Oh, she's probably not fine. I can't believe both her shoes stayed on. Those shoes are coming straight off. There wasn't even a strap over them. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, they messed with her eyes. Eye ick, everyone. Warning for eye ick. Oh, I love their hazard tape. Their hazard tape's a hologram.
Yeah, it's so cool, isn't it?
I love that shit.
The Somnium Files.
Oh, aye.
Okay.
Merry-go-round horse got a nasty streak a mile wide. I don't know what fucking language that was in.
Day 1, Friday.
Sigai!
Sigai!
No, don't say it like that and get in trouble.
Fair. Bloom Park, Friday, 10:54 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I like this future where everyone has hats. Are those upside-down horses over there?
Yes.
Okay. Is that where they grow them, do you think?
Tutorial. Investigation. During investigations, the main character, Date, inspects scenes and collects testimony. Progress by examining objects and talking to people. What? What?
No, seriously, I can't make it out. What is it?
I think it's a bear.
Is it?
I will find out. We either will or we won't find out. So.
Okay.
Date's position is fixed, but you can move the cursor and your view.
So you can't move Date, that's quite funny.
Try looking around and moving the cursor to find something that catches your eye and inspect it.
So this reminds me of the detective agency.
Yeah.
So let's talk to the woman. Who's she? Oh, that's the boss, I think.
It is boss.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take boss.
Okay. Well, actually, I think the voices are on at the moment. So.
Oh, they are. Yes, you're right.
I can turn them off if you want.
Like. Well, let's see how she sounds.
All right. Oh, choices and look. When you speak to a person, you'll be presented with choices and look.
the look is this?
Use the choices to select the topic of conversation.
Yeah, okay.
Look will allow you to observe the person you are speaking to.
This is like the Famicom Detective Agency, isn't it? We were looking at them, like bits of them, like their ears.
So, any suspects? So, what am I doing here? Who found the body? Or this rain is awful, huh?
Let's look at her first.
I call her boss.
So this isn't voiced.
I guess so then, yeah.
Okay, we'll go for it then.
She runs Abyss. Is that how we're going to pronounce it, by the way? Is that our decision?
Yeah, I can't see how else you'd say that.
Cool. In fact, you know what I will do, actually? Let's just go whole hog on this. Where are the settings? So here's a menu option. In this menu screen, you can select the following functions: file, options, and guide. In this demo, you cannot select the flow chart and save functions.
Oh, so we were talking about the flow chart, weren't we?
Yeah, off stream we were, yeah. So let's just turn the voices
I
off.
love that Melu corrected their spelling on something that I didn't realise was wrong. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, alright, well done for correcting it.
Oh, in fact, that was cursor speed. That was the wrong thing. Hang on. So.
The cursor speed's like, what?
There we go.
Jeremy's mouse just flies out of the window, which is amazing because he isn't using it.
There we go. So
what did you do?
I turned the voices off. We might as well just do them.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll just go with that one then.
She runs Abyss, a special branch of the Metropolitan Police Department.
What, governor? Sorry.
I report directly to her.
Unfortunately, they're called the Metropolitan Police. Because now that's all I can think.
Suspects, what am I doing here? Who found the body? The rain is awful.
It's up to you. How do you want to proceed? Because as we said, we've been friends with this woman for a while, so you can go straight to business if you want, or you. What did you say?
So, what am I doing here?
Oh, okay. Are you serious?
But is that text okay?
Yeah, I can read that.
Cool.
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me do that lower. Are you serious?
There's me, Date. ...
You're Special Agent Kaname Date. Sorry, Kaname Date. You're a member of Abyss, and that means you answer to me. I will not pull my t-shirt up. I called you here to inspect the scene, Date. You silly goose.
Sure, boss, but inspecting dead bodies isn't usually part of the job.
It's your job, Date. Usually, no, but tonight it is. You piss me off. Because you know this woman, don't you, Date?
Oh, plot twist already. By the way, folks, let us know if the balance on voices is okay and whatnot, so I can adjust on the fly.
I had to tell you. You deserve to know. See, already I'm having problems. There is a conflict of interest here. I understand telling someone that something awful has happened to someone they know. Bringing them to the crime scene while the body is still present is not required,
but
even
Claire,
a good idea.
But Claire,
what?
We're in near future Tokyo.
I mean, they are getting rid of all those, like, this is the end result of getting rid of all the safeguarding stuff. Like, this is where this is all going. We're getting rid of everything, so everything's just gonna be shit. Okay, I said that one.
Okay.
In fact, we seem to have got her on the way back from like a jog, but also she's wearing a miniskirt.
Who found the body?
Metro got a call about 2 hours ago. Someone heard screaming coming from the park. It can't have been her because she's dead. Sorry.
You're right.
Yeah, sorry, I misread beat cop as beatbox cop, and I was like, God, that's a really annoying person to get a report for. I was like, there's a body in the park. Beat cop responded, checked out the scene.
And found the corpse.
Wow, you're a genius. Yeah. Thing is, the caller was anonymous. I'll give you the details later. I've already given you far too much.
Conversations. After finishing discussing a topic with someone, they might have new things to talk about.
That bear's getting kicked into the sun.
When talking to people, choose topics that interest you. You might obtain important information or clues.
A clue!
Selecting log will allow you to recap any previous conversation. And that's with the L button. So we've got any suspects, the rain is awful, what can you tell me about the victim?
So what have we already asked? We already asked her why we were here.
Yeah.
Did we ask her anything else?
Nope.
Have a look at the log. That'll be a good chance for me to remember.
A good example, there we go.
Oh, who found the body? That's
There you
what
go.
we asked.
I like the way they've highlighted that, actually. That's very clear to see.
Very quick and easy to find, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so what am I doing? Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's actually... Also, examine boss is an interesting way of putting that. But that's very clear and very easy to read as well, so that's great. Cool.
Okay, cool, we're liking it. I don't know, Jeremy, ask whatever you want.
What can you tell me about the victim?
That's said in a weird way. Her name's Nadami Shoko. You knew her, right? I wouldn't have put a comma after. No, you know.
It's the before
What's the
times.
relationship like?
Grammar was different then.
I think that's the only thing is I know that's. It almost seems like she was saying Shoko to him, like it was his name, and I'm like, no. What's the relationship like? I heard you two have been close for years.
I wouldn't say that. We were just acquaintances. This rain is awful, huh?
Unusual for this time of year. We hard to find any usable prints. I mean, it is covered with a big. Oh, okay.
Any suspects?
Not yet. We just found the victim. Too early to say anything for sure. This could be a copycat killer at work. From the case 6 years ago. Oh, this is also a trend that you see in a lot of these games.
Yeah, right. The case 6 years ago. In fact, this is almost like the Emio thing, wasn't it? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm also going to say like there is a function, and I learned about this vaguely recently, despite the fact that anyone who watched any anime in the original Japanese will be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Because if you're talking to someone you respect, it is a perfectly, I'm going to use the word cromulent, but I mean it unironically. It's a perfectly cromulent thing to do, to just kind of repeat back the last thing they said. In English, it's kind of seen as like, fucking stop doing that kind of thing. Like, whereas in Japan, it's almost like a sign of respect.
It's a sign that it's a sign you've really taken in what they've said.
Yeah, it's almost like whereas in English it's purely annoying. In Japanese, it's actually legitimately politer to do it than to say nothing. So that's where you get a lot of repetition, like where Date's saying the case 6 years ago when she just said the case 6 years ago. Once you know that, you won't be able to stop noticing it in anime and games. I'm really sorry for pointing that out to you if you didn't know. Topless silence.
For whatever reason, she didn't elaborate. A case 6 years ago.
We should know about this. Okay, so I feel like we've asked her everything we can, so let's look around.
Well, we can talk to people.
Let's inspect the inspector. Let's look at him.
What's your name? Hang on. What's your name?
Oh.
Wow! I never thought a great detective like you would ask me my name. It's Kagami, sir.
And I'm wearing my cagoule.
An inspector from Metro. I hope he finds a lead.
Butters.
Thanks for coming out here in this mess.
This is just me, you talking to yourself, sorry dear.
It's my duty, sir, but thank you. Wait, I wonder what happens if I ask him his name again. What's your name? It's Kagami, sir.
How many times can we ask him?
Kagami.
One more time.
Are you serious? It's Kagami. Should I? I already learned his name. I don't need to ask him again.
What's gonna happen now is that we're gonna play the demo. We're gonna replay the demo in the main game, get all the way to the end, and it'll be like, you got the bad ending because Kagami flipped and murdered everyone. You asked his name too many times, and he got pissed off with you.
Anything to go on? Not yet, sir.
I mean, I'm forming quite a good opinion of you, sir. Is that you're a douchebag.
Right, so we got...
Well, you didn't look at him, or did we?
We did. We didn't get any close
Oh,
up
I did
look.
the inspector from Metro.
Policeman.
Let's hassle this guy as well.
How's the investigation coming? Oh, sorry, a local cop. How's the investigation coming? Do you want to take this
I'll
one?
do this one. Yeah. Not too good, unfortunately. I'm not finding much. Why are we all dressed like we're like monks?
That was it. That was the dialogue tree.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
What about this policeman? A local cop. Nothing else,
Oh,
alright.
what did he say?
Fence!
Right, can we look at fence?
There's a fence set up around the merry-go-round.
Why did I forget the word merry-go-round?
I don't know. Probably to prevent nosy kids from getting caught in the machinery.
And getting stabbed and thrown on horses.
Column. It's the main column holding up the roof. Horse. It's a horse from the merry-go-round.
God, this is... Everyone at home having a good time?
Oh, I could literally look up and around as well.
Oh, did you say you could?
Wait.
What?
Panda ride. The panda ride looks lonely. Bench.
Can we look at the horse
It's a
forest at some
bench.
point? That's fucking weird.
Control room. It's the control room.
Well, the game said so, didn't it?
The place where the operator sits to turn the ride on and off. I take a look inside, but I didn't see anything that might be a clue. Sorry. I took a look inside, but I didn't see anything that might be a clue.
Can we look at the horse tree?
Oh, behind us.
Yeah, that one.
No, it's... Oh, yes, I can. There we go. Right. Skewered horse.
Yeah, I did think that was weird.
The horse from the merry-go-round. It looks like it's skewered.
I mean, it is. There's like 3 of them. Okay. Look at this thing. Look at it.
It's an eyeball and a bear.
This is Iva. This is the other playable character of this game.
Who's doing this voice then, Miri?
I'm gonna do Iva because Iva's like the other protagonist.
Right.
But I've got to pick a voice that I can do again. Alright, here we go.
This is not a message from the criminal. Park was already in this state. Fine. Our best hypothesis is that this is the result of a teenage prank.
Well, it's on the other side as well, Iva. If you look over to the other side, there's another one.
Oh, sorry. That was very quick.
Yeah, look over there.
The horse is pierced upside down.
I don't know what it says about me that I noticed that it was upside down.
It looks almost pitiful.
Has it been skewered? Because I don't want to point out to someone who's obviously very good at their job, but merry-go-round horses don't work unless they've got a pole through them.
It's been 8 years since Bloom Park closed.
In that case, why is this in such good nick?
The weather's gotten to it pretty bad. Oh, hello.
Oh. That's really long. Can you scroll up because I can't see it? Oh, Matty.
So there was a popular murder detective show in Japan called Ninziburo Furuhata. One of the running jokes in it was there was a policeman the main character could never remember the name of, and after a few years it turned out they even went to the same school together. There we go.
It's a bit like Mr. Burns never remembering Homer's name.
Okay, I don't really know where we're meant to go now, to be honest. We've sort of exhausted things.
Can I just say that the main character of that TV show that Matty just mentioned has got some powerful hair.
The body is mounted on the horses, on one of the horses. I should get a better look. I took a step forward.
What are you fucking doing?
Sorry,
that's
sir.
you.
Could you please not get any closer?
What was your name again?
Kagami.
No, I'm joking. I was
Oh, no,
joking.
I legit forgot, sorry.
Kagami, yeah.
We haven't taken any footprints yet. I appreciate your understanding.
Yoshiko and Why did you bring me here, other than to make me stand in the rain?
Allow me to assist you.
That's Aiba. AI sight. Her official designation...
Oh, no, it's eyesight, isn't it?
Fair point. Eyesight. Her official designation is Eyeball.
I think you can see where this is going, Jeremy.
She's an artificial intelligence built into my fake eye. An eye
I
for
think
an
I
eye.
He's only got one real eye, the other one is fake.
You want me to use the zoom, right?
Correct. That will allow you to investigate without physically disturbing the setting.
Thank you very much,
There is
Sean.
an unusual cop, Sean! For once, that's
There
exactly
is.
correct.
Very well timed. Thank you very much.
That's a brilliant phrase, and very accurate.
Iba's vision modes. While playing through the story, Iba's special vision modes may help you obtain new information. You can use the zoom mode.
We're investigating an unusual corpse. We are literally doing that. That's what's happening.
You can use the best soundbite ever now in the world. Seriously, you can now use a zoom mode to enlarge the target, select zoom, and examine the corpse.
Human Crichton is raging.
You can view the controls in the minus button.
Yeah, the minus button.
So you can.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
What did it? Iba's vision mode. Hold for cursor reset. Okay, sure. All right.
How's the chair, Sir Sean?
Waiting for it to arrive. This one is still holding up by a thread. Right, Iba's vision mode. Okay.
Oh my god! When it says skip, it always makes me laugh because I'm imagining someone literally skipping. Like, I'm gonna skip this bit.
So, how do I activate the vision mode?
Let's go, bub.
Who's the thingy at the bottom?
What thingy at the bottom?
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. Can you go through the log? Will it cover what I just said to you?
No, because that was just,
there you go.
that was a
No, it does say Iba.
It was a tutorial thing.
Correct. What doesn't it actually say? Come on, we can work this out, Jeremy. We're smart.
All right. Well, I'm not. It's not in here. Oh, there's an auto function. I wonder if that will just do it. Thank you. Let's see. It says Iba's vision modes, but it doesn't say how to activate them.
Can you press them in? Press the stick in? Left stick?
Now, is this where we're going to find out that because I'm not using a Joy-Con, this is going to be an issue?
No, because it's still got a stick, right?
You think?
Press the stick in. Left
Oh.
stick. Oh. Yeah, there we go.
What did I do? Oh,
Boom,
okay.
there.
I pressed the lower L trigger, and it gave me the option. So then push the stick in.
Because the top one is ZL.
There we go.
Ah, here we go.
There we go.
Oh, Lisa Lopez.
The left eye socket is vacant. I might move in. Victim has had her left eyeball removed.
Her left eye.
Yeah, same as yours.
The most likely scenario is that the killer or killers removed it.
But we don't know that for sure. A crow or some other animal could have pulled it off the corpse.
It's true, the Baltimore Ravens were playing here earlier, and you know what that's like? He'll be in there, he'll get your eye straight out.
Possible. Why would they be here? That's stupid. The amount of blood indicates that the victims are.
You're a true crime person,
Oh,
come
God.
on.
Gross! The amount of blood indicates that the victim's eye was removed before her death. Poor motherfucker.
They carved it out while she was still alive.
Like a pumpkin, yeah. Correct.
Gross.
Pupil dilation and corneal turbidity indicate the victim is dead.
Thank you, Iba.
Thank you, Iba.
It's like there's a bit in a Terry Pratchett book where they're talking about they have an Assassin's Guild, and one of the things you're supposed to do as a member of the Assassin's Guild is check that your target is dead by holding a mirror up to their mouth to see if their breath fogs it up. And one of the guys is like, "Oh, I did check his breath with the mirror, like we're told to," and the guy who's testing him is like, "It's true, we do tell them to do that, but the fact that his head was several feet from his body at the time." And you still felt the need to do that is very concerning to me as a teacher. Not that you're stupid, just that you're terrified.
Multiple puncture wound to the front of the torso. And a very nice outfit. Caused death, blood loss from these wounds. Oh, she bled to death? Oh, that sucks.
That's not fun at all.
Bled to death with only being able to see things in one dimension.
Body temperature and rigor mortis indicate the time of death was approximately 6 hours ago. That would place the crime occurring around 5 PM.
Several puncture wounds, but no cuts or tears.
So what? So she'd be like stabbed with like a skewer.
That means the victim was probably stabbed with something pointed and smooth, like an ice pick.
Or a good insult. What?
What was that?
Okay, yeah, me too. I also analysing the source of the sound. Sonic analysis indicates the sound originated from inside the trigger round's central column. Woo!
Inside the column?
That's what I fucking said. Zoom in.
The noise came from inside.
Date, use me to see through the column.
Just throw Iber overarm, rips his eye out and throws it.
Utilise the X-ray mode. Oh yeah, did I mention I have an X-ray mode?
Oh.
There's somebody in there.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh no.
It appears as though someone is inside.
Thank you, Iber.
I threw down my umbrella and ran to the pillar.
Destroying the scene as I did so.
Hey, wait! Shut up. I pushed him aside and
Now, you're
ran
not
up on
allowed
the
to go
platform.
inside the room. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry.
Hey,
Hello?
I know you're in there. If you can hear me, say something. No reply.
I don't actually know who's in there.
Looking closely, I found a small handle on the column. I grabbed it hard and tried to pull it open.
Putting my fingerprints all over the scene.
I won't budge.
It may be locked from the inside.
That is a stupid thing to have.
Damn it.
Well, better go home then. Oh, cutscene. Really?
Hey, whoever's in there, stay back.
I have a tiny rail gun.
Like Psychopath vibes now. Oh, hello. Mizuki.
Oh, well, if he knew the victim, he'd know her daughter as well.
Mizuki, a girl discovered at the scene, was found holding an ice pick that seems to be the murder weapon. However, due to the shock of the incident, Mizuki has suffered aphonia? Yep.
Aphonia, yeah.
Has suffered aphonia and cannot speak.
I've never heard it used in that context, but okay.
What did she see at the scene? To find that out, we're going to sink... Yeah, we're going to sink into her brain. That makes sense.
Yeah, we were discussing this before the stream. We were like, well, they've cleverly put the word sigh with the word sink, but saying sink sounds incredibly stupid. Like saying boink. Like it's a funny word. So sink is what we're going to do.
We are going to sink into her brain.
It's totally safe and it won't cause any brain damage. In we go. Well, I was going to take Mizuki because it's a small girl, but I don't know if she talks, so we'll see. This is, I think, what they refer to as the Somniums. Somnia. So.
Now loading.
See what happens. Loading brain. Loading.
One of the things that was mentioned about the PS4 version that the loading times are far better. Quite frankly.
Sorry. It's not an issue. Like, I'm used to loading times on the Switch. It's all good. Shit's not getting weird, folks. Oh, is this what Iber looks like inside?
I guess so, yeah.
Way better. I wonder if they look different every time. I doubt it. That would be a lot of work.
What was that?
Can I do a different voice for this version?
If you want. Don't have to.
I feel like I should. I'll go and do this version of Iber with my normal voice, okay?
Alright.
Nothing. I was merely trying to enter the scene like a cybernetic assassin from the future.
Ghost in the Shell style.
I kind of love you, Iber. Like, when you're being a horrible eyeball, right now, you're an
Ironically, you cut out as you were saying that a little bit. So do you want to say that again?
Which bit cut out?
Just in and out, randomly. Try again. So you said I love you.
I hated you when you were an eyeball bear, but right now you're an absolute queen.
Perfect. If you were trying to do that, You'd have to do it naked. They're literally doing a Ghost in the Shell reference, literally.
I mean, it's not unheard of.
Is this Bloom Park?
It's a cage.
Lightning and the Birdcage?
Good album.
Maybe this is representative of Mizuki's state of mind.
The fact that Shoko was killed here must weigh heavily on Mizuki's heart.
Mizuki should be inside that column.
I'm not actually using my own voice here. I'm kind of using a slightly more breathy version.
There.
To get the information we need, we'll have to deal with the lightning and the cage to get to Mizuki and get to Mizuki.
Move fast or time is going to run out.
Unnecessary. Look around.
Look around. It's Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit fucking up the theme park with dead women.
This is a new feature of the sync that Tutor mentioned.
So, context, folks. As Claire alluded to before we started playing, this demo is kind of a condensed version of some of the early parts of the game. So there are some things that have, like, pretty scenes that have been missed out. So we're sort
just
of
to make it more flowing.
Yeah. So you've not had like a moment or fallen asleep. Literally, they've sort of skipped.
You haven't. But then they do that sometimes where they say, "Oh, so and so told me to remember," and you're like, "No," because they haven't actually.
So, would you like me to remind you how it happened, sort of thing?
Yeah. Oh, remember it was like this. You're like, it was like that. It was. This. Okay.
You can stop time?
I can stop your heart. What? Nothing.
Only when standing still.
So moving is what takes time. I seem to recall you saying something about this.
Time is moving incredibly slowly. Currently, you and I are transmitting information at high speed.
She's just airdropping really stupid memes into his head the whole time. He's like, Iva, stop. Iva, please.
But only appears as though time has stopped. Are you familiar with the concept of time dilation?
It has to do with relativity, right? Two people can experience time differently, depending on space-time.
This is similar to that. The flow of time in Somnium is different than the real world. Sorry, it's quite dark text.
Yeah, do you know what? As we've got a moment, let me see. Can I adjust the colouring at all? Because
I don't think. I mean, I understand the need to switch between colours and stuff.
Text display scrolling. No, okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to lean a bit closer.
I can up the brightness a bit if that would help.
If you want, yeah, try it a little bit. Not a huge amount. Don't want to.
Oh, blimey. So we were here.
Yeah.
Then this is 8.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's try that.
See how it looks.
Ooh. Ironically, it doesn't make a huge difference. Do you want to change it back?
Yeah, ironically, I actually find it more difficult to read, but...
Yeah, well, the thing is, the writing's no easier, and she's harder to see, so she's not clear, so it's like, yeah, no, let's put it back.
Alright.
That's fine. Yeah, she looks better. Like that.
The flow of time in Somnium is different than the real world.
I thought you read that one, sorry.
I did, I just read it again.
This could be useful. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes, right? But with this, you could take your time and explore.
Let's get started. Somnium scan activate.
Mental lock number 1.
He's like psycho.
Mental lock number 2. Mental lock number 3.
Oh, so she's behind number 3. We have to get through all 3.
Sinking in the pain.
I mean, technically it should be sinking in the pine, but okay.
Heal Mizuki's heart. Mizuki is mute. By healing her mental wounds, you may be able to get important info.
Alright. So what do we do?
To reach Mizuki, something must be done about the lightning that keeps striking the birdcage.
Lightning's supposed to strike at the highest point.
Is it?
Oh no, the horse is alive!
That's a disturbing image, flipping heck. An ice. Oh, sorry, it's you, sorry.
Nice pick. Am I the only one who was thinking of a pickaxe? instead of an ice pick.
In what sense?
In my brain, an ice pick's this shape. Whereas that, to me, is more like a screwdriver.
They can be, but I think...
Yeah, that's the thing. I know they can be, and obviously
Yeah.
they are. I think I've been thinking about the wrong pick for many years. Because didn't Lennon get murdered with an ice pick, or did I imagine that?
I don't know, to be honest.
I am at danger of spinning off, so that's an ice pick piercing Shoko's photograph. Why am I not wearing shoes?
Iba, the speaker over there, it's shaking.
Are we gonna talk about the horses? Whenever she says I'm gonna say ha, because doesn't travel.
Okay.
I see. It must be connected to the ice pick. Let's drive it in a bit deeper. Oh, there's blood all around the picture. That's grim.
What do we do here?
Oh, Matty says that the ice pick used in Basic Instinct is just a stabby spike. I think I've just had an ice pick mixed up with like a crampon or something the entire way. Healing Mizuki should be your top priority.
I know. Tutorial. In Somnia, you explore a dream to discover the subject's hidden memories within the 6-minute time limit. Get rid of the lightning. Unlocking the mental locks will allow you to travel deeper into the dream. A guide to unlocking the mental locks is displayed in the top left corner.
Oh, so it tells you what to do next.
Tells you what order, so that's useful.
Okay, sorry, I've just googled and that's what I thought of as an ice pick.
Oh, as in like a climber's one. Okay, right.
I don't know what else to use it for.
Oh, you can get like another one that's similar, that's like used in bars and stuff?
Oh no, when you Google ice pick, you get the ones that they're showing here, like the ones that are skewers.
Fair.
So you are correct. I think I had the wrong idea of what one was.
Time is expended whenever Iba is moving or performing an action. Be careful of the time limit when making a move.
Okay.
Okay. Now, does this include looking from left to right? No. Oh, yes, it does. God, all right.
No, I think the time's going really slowly.
Oh, right, okay. So...
You do something, like take a step or something.
Get rid of the lightning.
I'm confused because it seems to be going down whatever.
Okay.
And I take a stab and take a photograph.
Oh.
Oh, and it tells you how much time it takes.
Why is time spelled really weirdly at the top?
Yeah, it's like tiny.
Alright. So
Yeah, that's got to be intentional.
So we either pull it out or push it in, and I guess it was shaking, and then when when Iba put their hand on it, it stopped moving. So
Did it stop moving, or was she just like, oh, it's connected to the speaker?
I mean, I don't know. I'm inclined to say
Pushing it in seems weird to me, but it might be the right thing to do.
And also, why does it say 1 of 2 as well in the middle? So
Where'd it say that?
next 20 seconds as like a cursor.
Oh, I don't know. So I'm just quickly looking up to see if there's.
No, let's not. But let's just go with it.
I'm just going to do it for this one, just to see what happens.
All right.
Oh, hang on. So timey is correct. It says here. This is our first Somnium. We might as well go through it carefully.
Yeah.
So it says the Somnium begins by being presented with Shoko's photo in front of the player, and there's a few other things that are visible. None of the choices presented provide any timey,
Okay.
except for the choices that progress the mental lock. Now, so far, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
The 2 choices are offered: pull out.
And push in, but
Oh, so the half thing is tiny, apparently. I don't know what that is. It says pull out on Shoko's photo and pull out on the speaker pillar. On Shoko's photo, the option costs 20 seconds and provides a 1/2 timey. If you do it on the speaker's pillar,
Right,
it costs
okay.
45 seconds and provides a 1/8 timey.
right. So basically, that little 1 out of 2 thing is like an ability almost.
It seems to be a resource. I'm not entirely sure what a timey.
Well, let's just go with pull out then.
Let's pull it out. Yeah, that seems like a safe option. Right. No one would want to see their mother like this. Flat. Oh, it's really long! Oh, it makes a lightning rod! Obviously.
There you go.
Keeps going. What?
Something happened over there.
Oh, it's higher now, so the lightning will be drawn to it.
There you go.
So there was another. We could have done that by pulling it out of the speaker thing as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Unlocked a mental lock. Cleared. Get rid of the lightning.
Okay. Not entirely sure
However,
what time he is.
seems like there are other mental locks in this Somnium.
Yeah, there were 3, weren't there?
Yes. Next, unlock the next mental lock using the new guide in the left corner as a lead.
Right, now I think this is going to explain what timings are.
Okay.
Taylor became a lightning rod.
It looks like we can get to the birdcage now.
No, Matty, it wasn't the ice pick that became the lightning rod. It was like the speaker tower that grew. Because they were connected to each other. So when she pulled up the ice pick, it also pulled up the speaker tower. Our next step must be to remove it. Rate, we got a timing.
A timing?
Why does she look so weirdly happy about that? Time. Time induction matter in encephalon. Did that say encephalon?
I think so.
Okay.
Think of it as an item that affects the flow of time.
Using this, we can slow down or speed up time in Somnium.
So time magic.
Am I tiring you? You sat down?
Is this another function Pewter added?
Correct.
Sounds like a dream.
Well, it is a dream. Because it is a dream, extraordinary things such as this are possible.
Got it. Guess I'll try to use them where I can.
So is it like extra time?
Timies are items that affect time. You'll sometimes obtain them when you perform an action. Timies only affect the time taken to perform an action.
Oh, so you can maybe cash them in on like
Yeah.
expensive time actions.
So you are only.
But I don't know what it means, like half or an eighth.
So you know how it said like it took up 20 seconds to pull the thing out?
Yeah.
If we'd have cashed in the ability, if we had it in our locker, they would only take 10. Because it halved it, is what I assume that means.
Oh, so it's not that. Well, it says you hold 3 timies.
So you're only able to hold 3 timies. Picking up a timie when you already hold 3 will replace one. Timies are.
Oh, so it's not like a total of 3 timies. It's like you can have a half or an eighth or a quarter.
I think so, yeah.
And you can have those 3, but if you pick up another half, it will get rid of an eighth.
Yeah, or I guess you get to choose. Like it's like you max your inventory. So.
I hope you'd get to choose, yeah.
Yeah.
But who knows? This is the first game. Maybe they.
Indeed. Timies are expended after one use, but use them as often as you can.
Yeah, you don't want to end up with not being able to pick one up.
So,
Okay.
so remove the bird cage and then blow away the bird cage, it says. Okay.
So those are 2 options.
Bird cage is over
You
there.
need to do both of the things, or?
There's a megaphone. There's like the control tower thing. Alright, well let's walk towards the bird cage, I guess.
Well, should we go to the control? Can we go to the control room?
Oh, sorry.
No bird heading.
No, oh, okay.
I
Should we use a timie?
I don't know.
Well, we need to get rid of it, don't we? It said remove it.
No, I don't think we can use it. I don't think we can. No, I don't think we need to use a timer yet. We've got like 300 seconds.
Okay, so should I slip through or lift it?
If we slip through, I think we're gonna get murdered by whatever.
So let's
control.
lift.
Understood. I don't think this is gonna work.
Things that I don't know what power they have, so okay, I knew it wouldn't work. Okay.
It's true. Now we've tried it, and that's fine.
Okay, so that was
And
minus 30
It
seconds.
took the
okay.
time off us. Okay, so can we go to the control panel?
Control
Control
room.
room. Yeah. Control room is the merry-go-round lifted out of the ground. Oh yeah, it did when we came in here. We can knock it, or we can open it. I feel like knocking is suboptimal.
Just open.
I don't think there's anyone in there.
So open it then.
Yeah.
What is your plan once I'm inside?
It is a control room. Maybe we can do something in there.
I do not think it will be that easy.
Just try it.
Oh! Did we die? Did I fuck up? Oh, this all seems very, very normal.
Didn't expect to see this inside.
What, nothing? I do not see an exit either.
But there's something suspicious here.
Oh, okay. I see 2 bird cages.
Looks like there's something inside them. Take a look. Oh, so we've now got a... Ah, this is a branching thing by the look of it.
I think this is the branching.
Right, okay. You can check your progress on the left side of the screen. So... Your actions just now advanced your progress. Reach the end to clear the Somnium.
Okay, I'm just going to read this aloud. Just to see what we've done. Can you pause it?
Not really. Oh.
That pauses it.
Well,
Doesn't it?
if that timer goes down, then we'll know it doesn't. But okay, carry on.
No, it's not going down, is it?
Okay.
Is it?
No, I don't know. I'll keep an eye. You do what you're gonna do.
It's not. I'm looking at it. It's not going down.
Well, please read what you were gonna read.
Yeah, but please answer the question. The timer's not going down,
I didn't hear what your question was.
The timer in the top right-hand corner is not moving right now.
No.
So this is pausing.
Well, I assume, but what I said... just carry on, doesn't matter.
No, what did you say?
What I was saying was, because you were about to say something, then you said about the timer, and I said, okay, you carry on, I'll keep an eye on the timer to see if it goes, is what I was going to say.
And it's not going.
Yes, I know. Carry on.
Okay, that's what I mean. I didn't want to talk unless we knew for sure that it, you know?
Okay.
Right, so it says, the lock progresses with the control room when selecting open, which provides a timey, but the timey's random. The other choice, knock, always provides a 1/3 timey. Blah blah blah. It may help, so you can knock, and that will give you the 3rd timey, and you can keep it. But it doesn't do anything. It just uses up some time. It's basically a way to get that. What it's trying to tell you is there are ways to kind of grab timies that don't actually help you in that Somnium, but then you've got them. Does that make sense? So we could have got the timey from the knock, knowing it wouldn't have actually opened the door. If the random timey has a remarkably unuseful value, such as 50, 40, or 1/2, it may help to acquire the 30 or whatever. I don't care. Inside, the player is presented with 2 bird cages. So there are 2 options. A, remove the bird cage. And so then it says, for branch A, the player must interact with the left bird cage. And it gives you 3 choices. It doesn't say what they are.
And then one assumes if you interact with the right one, that's the other branch.
So I'm just. So in summary, to unlock mental 2, you go to the. So you go in the control room, which we've done, and then you
pick one.
Lift up the left-hand bird cage, which is one of the options. And a possible optimum path for getting a timey, whatever, we haven't done it, we didn't do that. So option B is to blow the bird cage away, and that one means you have to interact with the right bird cage and lift that one. I think we should do the left one.
Okay. Should we see what they are first?
I don't think they won't appear to be massively different, but
Well,
we can look inside, but that's going to cost us some time.
One's got balloons. That's
If you
got...
get closer and interact, it will give you some options. Bird cage. There are ripped pieces of paper inside.
Oh, God.
So,
Tackle?
I assume that means like to kick it over. So each one of these, no matter which one we pick, will give us a random timey. It doesn't say which timey we'll get.
Alright.
We can peek inside, or we can just lift it, or we can tackle it, or we can back out and look at the other one.
As we're here. This is the demo after all, so...
Yeah. Bird cage with...
I'm sorry, what?
I wouldn't have said it that way.
All right, well, let's carry on.
Okay. Americans probably shat their pants when they saw that. A birdcage with blown up rubbers inside. There is also a deflated rubber on the floor. The word is balloon, Albo.
Could you please not call it a rubber?
Right, Dante, right.
You can say balloon.
I do not understand, it is clearly rubber.
Please.
Please, you're making me very uncomfortable. So again, same options. So this choice is the big choice that sends you down left or right field.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, the ripped up paper or whatever it is implies that that's a photo of some kind, so that seems to be a bit more significant to me.
In all the guides that I've seen, it recommends doing picking up the left cage.
All right.
So let's do it.
We're not going to religiously stick with guides, by everyone. This is just purely for today.
No. I'm just. I'm only doing this for the demo.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get kicked out of the demo, unfortunately. A bird cage, same one.
Oh yeah, same lines. So left.
Or left.
Timing will not be. Oh, okay. Hang on.
You can use it if you want. Might as well.
Right. Hang on. How do I select?
Can you select the
So-
timing? Oh, A to use timing.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, and it's going to cut it down to 27 seconds.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, leave it to me. Timey-wimey. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, it's heavier than it looks. Ah. Okay. Right, we did it.
Remove the cage.
These are like the psyche lock, but not quite the same. Phew!
Nothing happened.
I mean, it did. I picked up a huge bird cage. All I did was move the cage.
Retry will allow you to return to a save point just after unlocking a mental lock. But you only have 3 retries. Going back 1 lock costs 1... Try this again. Going back 1 lock costs 1. Going back 2 costs 2. 3 locks will cost all 3.
Okay, we don't need to go back. I think it's just telling us.
You regain your 3 retries by selecting Restart from the menu or by failing the sync. This is the...
Oh, so you get 3 retries per sync.
Okay, this is likely your best option if time is low.
Well, it's fine. We've got enough time.
Torn paper.
There are torn pieces of paper.
Oh.
I love the fact one of the options is just to roll it up and throw it.
Let's frickin' piece together.
Yeah, duh.
Might as well, what, use the 51?
Yeah, the 51 I think is a... Oh, that makes it more? That's a terrible timing.
Okay.
Let's not use that one. Because that clearly just sets the time to 50.
Ah, right.
50,
It's in a
I
square
was wondering
bracket.
what those
Okay,
were.
right. So,
Yeah. So
right.
let's use a half. Leave it to me. I enjoy puzzles like this. I can say it a different way, but Timmy doesn't sound better. She looks stoned with that face, I swear. Aww. Done. But... John Lennon? Ah!
Anime John Lennon.
John Lennon. Killed with a knife pick. Okay.
You were able to get out.
Yeah, don't tell me surprised.
So the photo was the key.
Is that the second lock or the third?
I remember it clearly. That was the second.
Okay.
One day, I came home to find that photo torn up in the trash can.
Wait, was that meant to be you?
When I asked Mizuki about it, she started to cry.
No.
I don't know why she tore up that photo,
Also, Miss Duke.
but whatever her reason, it seems like she regrets it. Since we repaired the photo in Somnium, the birdcage...
Took over. Mizuki must be having a hard time.
By the way, folks watching, the audio is very loud of the game in my ear, so if I need to balance out things, do tell me, because I can't sort of figure out exactly.
Me, but yeah, please let us know.
Yeah, so do let me know, because I am conscious of that. But the cage is gone. We can get to Mizuki now.
Do you not see the horses spinning at hurricane speed? Horse tornado, Darth. Horse tornado!
You could do it if you try a little.
Rude. No, you can't.
Cheers, Matty. Alright, fine. We have to stop spinning. Selecting the map icon will bring up a map of the current Somnium world. You can see your current location and objects you've investigated on the Somnium map. If you are lost or want to save time, try checking the map. Tutorial, bosses sleep talking. Hidden...
Oh, is it boss? That's me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hidden items. Yeah. There's always one somewhere. Yeah, well,
Alright.
what?
Mapu. Right.
Okay.
So. Oh, this is kind of a... So.
Ah. There's a Gato.
So. What we got? That's the photo at the beginning.
Mhm. Eyeball. That's me.
That's Abel. That's the control room.
Designation.
There's something over here, which is the panda statue thing.
Mhm.
Obviously the merry-go-round. I assume...
I don't know if it's clear, Jer, but you're not there.
Yes.
You're like outside. I mean,
Virtual insanity. I'll assume that's just the exit. Alright. Okay, so we stopped the merry-go-round, so...
Have we stopped it?
No, but that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Oh, that used up time for me looking at the map.
Oh yeah, doing things does.
Okay. So...
Okay, what can we interact with?
The panda?
Or the microphone?
A fair point. Oh, crud. I'm wasting precious time.
Yeah, the microphone. Objection. You can shout and threaten at the same time. I feel threatening is what to do. Ah! Ah!
I may have accidentally activated the wrong timing.
What did you?
I
What did you choose?
may have used a 50-second one by hitting the wrong button.
But which option did you choose?
Shout. Was she shouting?
Okay. Well, I thought she might be trying to like intimidate it by yelling.
Stop it already.
I'll do what I want.
Oh no, we're good. Okay, cool.
Okay, did that? What happened?
Nothing. That was just that.
Why did we yell at it?
So we've got the panda thing, which we might as well have a look at.
Let's go to the panda. Oh, that's upsetting. Panda headed.
Make it stop, and maybe the thing will stop.
That's a great idea. Let's try that because they seem to be connected, don't they?
Indeed.
Fine.
Maybe it's like the speaker before. Boom.
Oh, okay. I see. Those were always polling. I'm not as stupid as you look.
That's right.
Yeah, don't you forget it. Oh, this is all very normal. Mizuki.
Let's go to her.
Got it. Okay, I guess we're going to her.
Where's the entrance to it, though?
Where's the inn?
It's over here, wasn't it?
Yes. Mizuki. It's Mizuki.
Oh.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, have we? I feel hugging her is probably the best choice. We can
Yeah.
probably half it.
Let's not.
Or we can quarter it. Let's quarter it.
Yes. Let's not slap him in the face.
Tap her for 50 seconds. Like,
Right. It's a hug her, right?
yeah. Aww. Mizuki.
I'd love to know what you had to do to make her laugh. I don't think it would work.
Oh. Footprints.
Oh, footprints. The witches.
Footprints. Ominous music.
Oh. The Blue Man Group did it.
Awaken! Hugged Mizuki!
Mizuki successfully hugged.
Matty'd say, I'll make her laugh.
Don't worry about the naked blue man that murdered her mother.
I was going to say, was that an in-game sound?
That was unrelated. I was eating an apple.
Flawless victory.
Flawless victory. The only reason I was looking at the guide is because I didn't want to accidentally do... Because I'll be honest with you, pulling that ice pick out to get a lightning rod was not an obvious thing to do. So I was like, if the game's like that, and we could potentially make a choice that seems very logical and then gets us all killed, I'd be like, let me just check this.
Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene, but she didn't get a good look at them.
The blue. Maybe there's something at the scene we missed.
You mean evidence?
Yeah, we would have more, but you ran through it all, you fool.
Who was that figure we saw in Mizuki's Somnium? What was the meaning of what we saw here? At the time, we had no idea. No one imagined something like that would happen. Ooh!
He's a mind freak. There's no reality.
This concludes the demo. Please buy the full version to enjoy the rest of the game.
Yeah, fair enough. It says the demo takes 3 to 4 hours to complete. I would say no. That was.
I mean, I guess if you want to explore all the different paths and variables, but...
I mean, there weren't that. I suppose we could do it again and try some different choices. Up to you, really.
Maybe, but I guess what we'll do to...
I'm good with not doing it right now, though.
What we'll do to begin with, I'll just push that down a bit in the volume. But I guess let's discuss, because we should. So, what do you think of it?
Sure.
I think there is potential for that game if we play through it.
Yes, the mechanics at the moment are stressing me out slightly. I don't want to have to. I don't want to follow a guide.
Mm-hmm.
With Phoenix Wright, it's very much like we will get stuck and annoyed if we don't follow a guide.
Yeah.
And we might be able to do that here. Like, I feel like this game was probably, because it's got more kind of, with Phoenix Wright, it's very much like you reach a dead end, you reach dead end. This has got ways to move back and forward and manipulate time in a way that Phoenix Wright does not have. So it seems like it's more flexible in what it lets you do. So you're less likely to run into a brick wall in this game. And even if you do, you can back up. So I would think, unless we're massively, massively stuck, we should be able to get through this without a guide. No, I do like it. I would like to think a bit more on how to do some of the voices, especially Iva, as she's like 2 characters basically. I do like the idea of her being like a horrible little gremlin when she's in that gross up, and then being like, "Hello, I am a beautiful girl," who also is like, "Fuck you, darling."
Yeah, I mean, mechanics-wise, it is a little bit weird kind of getting used to how to handle certain things, but it's not too bad from like holding it in a controller point of view. Once you are like, oh, that's how that works type thing.
Yeah, it's almost like a controller isn't the optimum thing for doing this. It's like, it seems to maybe make more sense on like a PC or something, because then you can like kind of click and move the view around moving. Okay. Who knows? People like different ways of doing things. So, what do people think in the stream? Like, what do people think in the chat?
Yeah, well, what say you folks? Would you like to see us play through this, be it as like a regular thing or like a thing we sort of come back to as and when? Because I think the current thinking is, we know we've got Final Fantasy IX, which we'll be trying to do at least once a month.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of like, don't want to jump into Ace Attorney again right away. We do have a couple of...
We know people like that one.
Yeah, so. We do have a couple of other ideas as well, which we already kind of have prepped, if you will, that we can jump into. But this was just something I just thought at random, but like, oh, this is interesting, having seen the thing about the Konami, the newer one that's coming out soon, and then realizing it's a series. So
yeah, I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if there wasn't an anime based. Like there will be at some point, because the line between games and anime is very best of them sometimes. Look at Danganronpa. It's very confusing because like the games I would say take precedence with Danganronpa because they did make a series that's basically like, oh shit, we've got to tell the rest of the story, boof, and just like threw another series together that was like half a prequel and half like a fucking stuff over here. Very weird.
But I'm definitely up for giving this a try because it kind of seems in the wheelhouse in terms of subject matter. It's obviously a lot darker than what we've done when it comes to crime. But I think something on maybe with a bit more of a serious tone that seems to have some fun with the dialogue as well in it, like we saw. I think we can have a good laugh with it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's got less of the investigatory elements. Like, it very much seems to be a time management kind of sim almost. I mean, I know that the Somniums is only part of the game.
Yeah.
But they seem to be the bit that moves everything forward. Do you know what I mean? So they are obviously because there's no real combat per se. It's all like a kind of like time management sim almost. Matty just said, remember you have the Switch 2 on the way. I mean, Jeremy does. I don't. It's important to remember that like all the great features of Switch 2 will only be available to Jeremy. Because I am not planning to buy the Switch 2.
And this is also assuming that I do keep my pre-order because it's not 100% set in stone because, you know, money happens, as it were, but
also, like, tariffs. Oh no, our tariffs aren't quite as bad, but you know.
Yeah, but still.
We were talking before the stream about how America's not going to have any like toys at Christmas. I'm like, hooray! Wait, that's terrible news. Yeah. So, Jeremy, what do you want to do now?
I'll be honest. I thought it was going to take far longer than it actually did. So.
Right, actually, I was kind of hoping there'd be a bit more, but there isn't.
I mean, we could look at it again and maybe see whether any other things we didn't try, like what is it like skipping some dialogue, or maybe other things. Like we could hear it what the actual voices sound like if we want to.
Can I make a suggestion?
Depends. What's the suggestion?
Can I make it? You don't know what it is until I make it, and you won't tell me if I can make it or not until you know what it is.
And that's the conundrum. What is it? What is your suggestion?
I was going to suggest we watch the beginning of Okami.
Oh, okay, yeah, let me see if I've got that on standby. So, yeah. Cards on the table, folks. That's the other thing we've got in the locker. Do I have it on the...
I just want you to see it, because...
I'm pretty sure I've got it downloaded.
Very different look to the game.
I do have it downloaded.
I seem to recall the beginning... One thing I will say is before you go into it, you want to turn off the voices for this, because they are terrible. They're not voices. They are like... You know in Animal Crossing, where it's almost a voice? Like... That's what it's like. It literally to the point where my friend actually nearly had a breakdown trying to turn them off because they were so triggering to her, like auditory issues. Let me just quickly look up how to do that while you are doing that.
That's cool. All right, let's see if I can.
And opening the menu, because it's such a stripped down game, opening the menu can be a little tricky sometimes.
All right, let me change a few things on stream as we're going then. Because, in fact, let me also get some tunes for you lovely people in the background. There we go. Let's take it.
Oh no, this was it. It's easy to turn the voices off in the Switch, but my friend was playing it on the PS4, and she could not find the options no matter what she did. And you know what it was? It was you had to press the face in.
Oh, the touchpad thing, yeah.
And it wasn't clear, and she was like, I can't, help. And I was like, it's okay, press, or was it the select button? I can't remember. It's one of the weird PS4 buttons.
All the backgrounds. There we go. We'll go with that background for now. All right, so let's. Do you want me to put Okami as the category, or just leave it for now?
Up to you. It's your stream. I imagine it probably makes sense to change the category.
HD. Okay, so. Yes, just play. Go on.
Yes, you will want to turn off the voices for this. The music's lovely, and they did separate. They clearly knew because the voices are separate.
So I've never played this, but this was part of the reason why.
I'm excited to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came out on the PS4. And I just want you to see. I didn't play this when it came out because it came
But this is a kind of like, I almost call this game a crocodile in the fact it evolved right the first time and they haven't needed to make any changes to it because it's so well done.
I'm not playing with the Joy-Con. Oh. Do I have to use the Joy-Con?
It says you can.
Okay, noted.
Okay, you might need to like quickly like press like a button, like maybe like the plus or the minus. I don't know what that does. Okay. We need to do the settings to turn off the voice because they will drive you insane.
Okay. Do I get the option to go into a menu button if I press this, or?
I can't remember. I'm trying to.
Let's find out. You must create save data. All right, sure. There you go.
Open options, yes.
Right, options. Why is everything dark? Sound settings.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, sound settings. Yeah, there we go. Voice volume down. Good. Yes, everything else is fine.
Confirm. Sure. Yes.
Cool. I can feel the stress leaving my body knowing that we don't have to listen to the awful sound of the voices. Those are fine.
Oh, this is more from the perspective of, like, is there anything I can adjust?
So what do the brush controls do? Have a look at the brush controls.
L and R, basically.
Yeah, okay.
I can work that.
What is celestial motion and fishing? What options you got there?
Off. There you go.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's just that which controller would you want to use specifically?
Yeah, and you're not using Joy-Con separately, so yeah.
I guess we have to keep it to normal.
You can change that if you have trouble with it.
Yeah, alright. Doesn't make a difference because I don't have any rumble. Filter. What? Alright. Sure.
I don't know what that does.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
So.
You might want to look at the controls as well.
Help! Oh my god, alright.
Well, it knows what kind of controller you're using.
It assumes the Pro controller, so that's useful. So, okay, listen, jump, bite, tackle. I'm not going to remember all this, but that's fine. We'll just work it.
It becomes much easier. And usually, like, most things on the game will prompt you, like, do this to do this kind of thing.
Right.
The main thing that I had to get used to is running around. Like, bringing up the map is ZL, which I think is the top little button, is it not?
It's the bottom trigger of the two.
Bottom trigger, yeah.
Alright, cool.
The fan menu is like the main menu. You'll get the idea.
We'll work it. Help! Help! That's a lot of text.
Oh, Origin Mirror is the same point.
Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll work it.
Need to read all this now, or...
Alright, so... Well, do we see the cutscene that we were going to see again, or...
I think so.
Should I back out and come back in?
No, I think it's a new game we'll show you from the start.
Alright.
Most games will. Okami.
Just, I've never played this game either, folks, by the way. This is the context of this.
It's a lovely game. It's just real nice and fun.
Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nest in a... I'm reading that badly, sorry. A tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in the grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet Berg? Shows you what I know. Each and every tree around the quiet Berg was honoured as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on the necks of the side, and 8 necks
mounted on
the size,
necks. Oh.
God, of tree trunks. Sorry, already
Well, that's
botched
quite
it.
the maiden.
Of the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior, Nagi, attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi travelled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing, crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. Hello, Noodle. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees. Fatigued and gasping for breath, he knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt forward toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts, they struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Ah!
It was an amazing party.
Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly, Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that had plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui, had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark.
Wolf.
Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace.
So that little circle thing is like an end of a section.
Okay. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice.
Oh, shit. Oh, hell no. Okay,
You should probably be this character.
Is this the legendary sword?
He's a good guy.
Oh.
He's a bit of an idiot.
Is this the legendary sword?
This is who I think it is.
Okay. Just imagine a voice. Is this the legendary?
I don't know. I think I know who it is. But
Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi? The sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No. It couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale.
What did you do?
You cretin.
Oh, you're not even going to take it with you? Oh, good. Oh, that's Orochi. So
Oh, he who si- In fact, hang on, wait. Microphone closer. Added effect. Oh, he who seeks power. He who has broken my bonds. Imagine I'm being Shenron from Dragon Ball, that's my inspiration. Speak the words. I wish darkness into the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power, my young apprentice.
Actually, I've got to go.
I've got to have dinner, sorry mate, like...
The light's waiting for you. Yeah, he liked it. His name escapes me, but we'll find out soon enough. Oh, there's evil everywhere.
Now loading. Oh, right. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Wood sprite Sakuya, or Sakuya, however you want to pronounce it.
How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom.
Not quite like it, but just like it. I like how her boobs are a peach.
What has transpired to bring about such calamity? You must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all.
Okami Amaterasu.
Amaterasu.
Pardon?
Amaterasu.
Okay, that's not what you said a minute ago. Right.
It's okay, because you'll soon find that the person who refers to this dog the most tends not to call her by her name.
Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the saviour whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart.
Oh, woo.
Rude? Amaterasu? Gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please, use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? What?
Hmm?
Oh! Easy, Sakia. Phew! What on earth? You again? Now, I realise I took Sakia, but I'm also going to take this guy. Because they don't talk very much. Ow! 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 Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all.
Are you napping in my clothes again, Bug?
Bug! I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isu.
Wandering artist Isun.
I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. That's what I call it.
Ah!
That's pretty good. Very nice. Very nice. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. I got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Whoa! What are you doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prize sword, Denkamaru, against you.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, by the way, there's some other shit going on that you might want to focus on. Ooh, what's that growling sound? Why is it so dark anyway?
can you please stop bouncing on my nose?
Remember, she's a girl.
Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. That's a weird thing to say. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will leave it down like grass. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. Jesus. Trees return to normal, huh? That Sakia girl sure said some weird stuff. Villagers' spirits are being kept inside the... That's a fruit. That girl said that...
Sorry.
If you cut it down, the village will be full. Well, it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This started really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Right, you are in control of Amaterasu now.
you
So
want you
can
keep
run around.
want to say it the other way.
Amaterasu.
Right, so get a occasionally you'll get something in the bottom corner that shows that you can't move the camera. That's what that's showing.
All right.
Because occasionally you do generally have a bit of power left, like. So yeah, so there you go. Examine that fruit. It's growing in a high place. The only way we're gonna reach that is with some kind of special. Now we can't reach it, so the only other place to go is in this giant glowy hole. Here we go. Where are we? Got awfully quiet all of a sudden. Remember any place like this village? Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. L changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're going to be okay? Right, so this is just a kind of place to get you used to moving Amaterasu around and what she can do. Like, she can kind of headbutt things. And, like, whether you like how she moves, whether you want the controls inverted, that kind of thing. Because it's a very low UI game. This is pretty much all you get.
I can't have boat controls. I need to find options. Hang on.
Boat control?
Like, it's like how you steer a boat.
Okay, so you're not going to find it there. You need to go back into the options that we were in before.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait for a save point then, otherwise we'll lose all this.
No, I think you can do it. So if you go out of here, so you don't want to be in that's what's called the fan menu. You don't want to be in that.
All right.
What other options can you do? Pressing buttons? What do they do? That's it.
It's not sensitivity. I've got to get used to it.
Movement?
Right, camera control. Oh, hang on. Which is X? Which is Y?
Y is up and down. X is left to right.
All right. Well, let's have a play around then.
I think I played this with both axes inverted, but you can always just try both and see which you like best. This is what this area is for.
No, because that's up and down. That makes sense. And I want.
That's
yeah.
why. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I want. Cool.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, because I went to playing this right after playing Breath of the Wild, and I can't explain, but they were the opposite controls, and I was going out of my mind.
Oh, it's changed now.
Until I realised, what's up? What's wrong?
I might change the other axis.
Yeah, do it.
It's
Literally, I'll let you do it. Which button opens that menu?
it was minus, I think. It's weird. It's a game-by-game basis whether I need both axes.
Oh, absolutely
axes.
it is. Yeah, like I don't think I did it the same as Breath of the Wild, but it didn't feel right for this one.
That's still exactly the same as it was.
That's why you didn't change Y. You just added something.
No, I know. It's up and down. I need to change. Because before it
So
was
you've
just that.
inverted X and Y. Now you've uninverted Y.
No, I haven't.
Well, that's inverted X and Y, so that's both.
Yeah.
Okay, that's only inverting left to right.
Yeah, so I want them both inverted.
Well, that's that.
Yeah. That's what it was,
Right.
but it didn't change it how I wanted. That's what I'm trying to say.
What do you want to do?
I need to...
I can't see what your hands are doing, so...
I'll have to try and get used to it. It's...
So which stick is moving the camera?
Right.
So when you push...
Because at the moment, if I push up, it goes like that.
Up.
Yeah,
Right.
it's the sensitivity, because I'm so used to, like, Batman controls, it feels weird, so...
You can turn down the gyroscope, I think.
I'll stick with it for now, it's fine. Is that a
Yeah,
save?
that's a save point there. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on, your memories will be in them all or until you drop your switch in the bar. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number or game file. That way, you can always go back if you get stuck or something.
Breaking the fourth wall here.
Oh, it soon does that a lot. You've got to be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes.
Right, what it is, every time I start moving, the camera automatically moves down slightly. That's what it is that's getting me.
That's nothing you can do anything about, I'm afraid. Sorry, that
Yeah,
is
but now that I
annoying, and
figured it out, though, in my head,
I
like...
remember that and being like, what? Every time I did it. But,
Yeah.
like, yeah, no,
But now that I figured that out, I can hopefully disconnect from that a little bit. It's just a...
Yeah, it's just... I'm always kind of like, when I play Breath of the Wild, I'm always moving the camera. Never quite where I want it. Oh, I love the jump. Oh, so it's got your money, and then it's got how much ink you've got on the top left. I think it's ink? No, ink is something else. That's just like power, I think. Pots. Look at all those pots just waiting to be broken. If you bust them, there might be some.
Hang on. Right, let's reset you because you're dropping out a bit.
What?
Give me a second. Okay, if you would like to do your thing. Just resetting Claire because I noticed they started to drop a tab. I was wondering if that was just because their voice was a bit low, but they are now back. And then back on screen. There we are.
Konnichiwa.
Did you read this one, sir?
There might be something good inside. Press Y to bust them with your head. So run towards them, press Y. Actually, no, you don't need to be running. You can. Way to go, my furry friend! You can do that anytime you see something you can break. So, fun fact, and unsurprising probably to anyone who knows me, I spent a long time in here trying to get, I think, 1,000 yen. Which is pointless, because you get plenty of money later on.
Oh, God, getting used to these controls is a bit weird. It's a very floaty camera, as Matty said, kind of like old school
It is
PS2
a bit
style.
floaty, yeah. Whoa! Hold on there, Furball. Here we've reached a point where Claire got stuck for a good 20 minutes, so let's see if you're smarter than they are. Get a load of that! That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Sorry, I said that weird. Press B to jump. Then press B again to do a wall jump. But make sure you press it firmly so you jump really high.
Like that.
Okay, you actually managed to do it first time, which I did not. I couldn't get that move at all.
'Cause
Oh, I knew you could do it.
It's okay. I play platforming games so much.
They say good luck is found in high places.
Do they? Well, I crack my head on most
I
doorways,
do.
so I disagree.
I'm saying it right now.
I crack my head on most doorways, I disagree.
So keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure.
So 2 secs.
You alright?
Yeah, all good. Got a message from a buddy of mine. It's sort of like, oh, like, everything all right? Yeah, totally fine.
Is he okay? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely good.
Now, I don't think you can fall off the edge, so feel free to like tackle those. Bonk. Seems to call there's some horses you can destroy as well, which is great fun. That's the thing, everything here kind of reforms.
Oh,
Treasure.
The coins don't follow you, and I need to make sure of that.
No, they don't, but they're pretty, they pick up quite good. Treasure. Haunts. Woohoo!
We don't need to open that.
Hastings will be very upset. Bonk.
You obtained
A holy bone S!
Holy Bone Super. Amaterasus' favourite. Sorry, how do you pronounce it?
I'm saying Amaterasu because I think that is right.
Okay, I will find that. I will keep forgetting that, so I'll apologise in advance,
Well,
but I will
don't think you
try.
have to say it very much. I'm just going to quickly go and look it up.
Their favourite snack restores 3 units of solar energy.
Ah, it's solar energy. Top right. It's one of those really old Japanese words. Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kind of long. Mind if I call you Amy? Listen, Amy. Ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. A picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I've practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13. Each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but God or no God, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? No, bridge is fixed. You can turn right or you can go straight on.
River of the Heavens.
There's the river, all right. The River of the Heavens? Oh, they mean the fabled Stardust River. Well, I sure don't see anything like that around here. It couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it?
Pudles. So you bouncing?
So, no, that's Ethan. Whenever anything happens that you can interact with like that, he'll kind of bugger off and like bounce on it like that, so that as if to say like, because now he's back on your head. See? You're gonna have to go up to the right, I think, to get something. I can't remember exactly what's up there. Yeah, ignore him. He does that whenever you get close to it. Anything to examine, he'll just do the same thing again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so anything interactable, he'll like run away and jump on like that.
I'll try and double jump up the hill and it wouldn't let me.
Oh. Wow. Look at the stars twinkle.
Twinkle.
I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages.
stars forming a pattern? Or was it just me? It's a dragon. Oh, there's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Where are you going to put it? Plop. Bah! Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press R to hold the brush, and Y to draw. I shall spend a heck of a lot of time practicing that. Okay. Try it. Yay, we did it! You can be this one if you want.
Yomigami.
You guys only get one appearance, so you don't need to worry too
Why,
much about
if it isn't Mother Amaterasu? I apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now.
Mrs. Amaterasu! Says Mel's like, who let the judge out of the court?
Mr. Amaterasu.
Mr. Ethan.
The time has come. I've gone into judge mode now, damn it.
You were already kind of doing it.
I was trying not to do full judge. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all techniques.
All the techniques.
One by one, in order. Order, I say.
Order!
Your power is what is needed to restore the dried river bed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust.
Where are we? Oh, here he comes.
Ah!
Bonk. Wow! That was Yomigami. God of Rejuvenation.
Gasp.
Wait, so you have the power of rejuvenation now?
You have a job, Eason.
Can you really use it to restore the River of the Heavens? That would mean you were as good with a brush as yours truly. Nah, couldn't be true. Who else could master this incredible god technique? You know what you gotta do?
Bash these.
That's right. Smash those pots, Jeremy. Bam, boom. Smash, smoosh, smash. Oh.
I want to jump.
Yeah, good thinking there.
I want to jump over the thing.
I don't know if you can. 'Cause you can't
Oh, it was a
double
wall jump. That's what it was, wasn't it? It wasn't
Yeah,
double
wall
jump.
Double jump, I think, comes later. Yeah, see, you gotta watch that because you will. Oh, wonder if drawing some stardust would get the river flowing again. Nah, it's one thing to fix a bridge, but fixing a starry river? There's no way you could pull off a stunt like that. Bonk. Bonk. So, you need to go into the brush menu.
Oh, sorry, perspective's changing.
And so it's right button to draw, and I can't remember which. And so basically, you just need to. That's it. Just paint everything. The gap. I like that you painted almost everywhere, like other than where you needed to go. Whoa! of the end. But what I really want to know is, who the heck drew this darn thing?
Right, off across we go then. No, you have to do it again. I think. I don't think you do. You just wanted to do it, did you? I think you just run across now. Oh. Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, there's a tiny bit blocking. That's hilarious. Around the side. There you go.
I swear. Fine. Oh, get out. Hang on.
Just wait a second.
NANI?!
You see your ink there? More complicated things use up ink, and ink takes time to redraw. Okay, I think you're good now.
Damn.
Oh yeah, maybe you have to loop round, like, keep going. There we go. Oh, a chest!
That was far more painful than it needed to be.
I mean, that's back on you. I couldn't do the wall jump, but I did that first time. Oh look, and there's Yomagami in the sky.
You obtained Astral Pouch.
It's your bag. Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch is amazing. It can swallow up lots of food. Then, when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Ah, no, it's not a bag. I remember now. Let's start feeding it with whatever food we can find around here.
Cue the convenient bits of food we find.
It's what he said. Like, it'll be fruit and things like that. Like,
You consumed orange. Orange with sharp citrus taste. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. You consumed orange.
yeah, I think if you look at your fan menu, you can see how full the astral pouch is.
Very true, Charlie. Yeah, the demo was actually a lot shorter than we expected.
Charlie.
Yeah, like we finished the demo, it was a lot shorter than we expected. So
I don't know if we just. Yeah, it looks great, honestly.
you consumed peach. Juicy and fragrant peach. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit. You consumed apple. Nectar-filled sour apple. Fills Astral Pouch a little bit.
I don't think it does this every time. I think it's just the first time.
I'll do it every time. You
So,
consumed apple.
If you bring up your fan menu, I think it can show you how close to being full your astral pouch is. I'm not sure. Is that where it is? Equipment, maybe? Oh, no, there it is. So go down. Ah, yes. No, so they'll explain this. Don't worry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Carry on.
Whee! Now loading. Loaded.
Back in the real world now. Oh, are we?
I've never played this, Charlie. Literally, first time. This is one of the games that Claire and I have had in our back pocket for a while.
I have been dying for him to play this, Charlie. But this is just a kind of getting to see. Jeremy had the same issue with the controls I had, which is that they are a bit weird and bouncy. And it's hard to tell if it's because the camera's weird or because you need an axis inverted. Sometimes it's a bit of both.
Mysterious looking tree. Big pot.
Yeah, you have to be pretty much on top of them.
Ow.
Yeah, I think everyone has that problem with the Okami controls, but on the Switch, it was like the nicest way, I think, to experience it. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, if you run for a period of time, you start sprinting. It's just something that
Got a canter on.
Yeah, it just allows you to eat up more space, more time, more distance in one time.
Pots.
Yes, you've got the true adventurers thing of things to destroy. Hell yeah.
Individual rock.
Don't worry. You will get to do something to it, but not yet.
Okay. Pot. Pots.
He's got the nose for it. You can see how I got caught just.
You consumed dumplings. Doughy balls made from grain. Fills astral pouch a little bit.
Yeah, I'm the same, Charlie. I really enjoyed this game far more than I expected to the point where when it was over, I was actually legitimately sad I didn't have any more of it to play. And it's one of those games as well where if something's really difficult that isn't kind of you being lost, like if you're trying to make a jump or whatever, it's probably not meant to be done that way. Like, the game is never that punishing. Yeah, exactly. Oh, what's this? Oh no, a trap!
Dungeon.
Is this the legendary shrine? We must be in the cave of Nagi.
Nagi.
The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago. I said that weirdly. With the help of the White Wolf, Shiranui.
Now, if I may say, speaking as someone who does subtitle editing for as part of a living here,
I would not have put it there.
It irks me ever so slightly. At the very least, it irks me ever so slightly the placement of certain words within the progression of the dialogue. I get they can only work within what they've got, but sometimes just the placement of certain words can go a long way.
Also, I don't know if this is probably not something you can control. I didn't see it in the options, but the text appears just a little bit slower than I can read. So I'm like, I have to keep like waiting for the text to go first. First the River of the Evans, and now this place. Where the heck are we?
It's mostly me trying to figure out, is that a full sentence before it gets to the end?
Yeah, well, the useful thing is if there's a green thingy down, there's more.
Yeah. But it doesn't appear until the text is actually at the end, though, is what I mean.
That's true. Boy, this place is a wreck. That sword's in really bad shape. The gods sure didn't do much to protect this place.
Oh, that's Yamamoto's Yamamori, Yoshikori, Yakitori, whatever it was called earlier.
Tsukiyomi?
That one, yeah.
I don't know if I got it right, but it's definitely Tsuki something, because it's like a moon thing.
As opposed to some chicken on a stick.
Yakitori.
There you go. Right. What do we have?
Oh, yeah, come on.
Sound. No, I thought it might have been like a text thing, and no, clearly not.
No, and like I said, when we were going through it earlier, it's fine, just I have to be a bit more patient. Oh, what do we do now?
I want to wall jump. Oh, there's a path down there. Wall jump off this rock! Didn't let me. Alright.
No, there's only certain walls it will work on.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh, you can see how, well, yeah.
I was trying to bark.
So,
Hey, Ami, doesn't Nagi's broken sword there bug you?
Yes.
I mean, there must be something we could do.
Well, you're the painter, you fix it.
oh, we can paint too.
Oh, is that the hint? Okay.
Well, we've learnt the same technique he can do, and that's the only one he can do. So fix a sword.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you, anyway? Hey, there's another constellation.
Constellation.
This one looks like a...
Ferret.
It's a mouth, I think. That's it.
Oh, I need to let go, right?
Yeah. It's all my favourite ones. If it's who I think it is, he's spicy as hell. You should know this is the strangest thing ever.
Well,
Okay.
oh, do you want
it? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
What?
Say it again.
Well.
Okay, sorry, it just didn't come through on my end.
Okay.
Go for it.
I was being a bit too energetic, so well. If it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine dedicated to ancient heroes. Pardon me, it's been a while. Squash. If there is anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I am at your service.
Guess what his power is?
Sword. Make good use of this sword, as it was designed to conquer evil.
I stole it from a guy with blonde hair from Hyrule. Here he comes. Oh. Yes, the music is lovely. Sorry, the way that the chat is appearing, Charlie, it keeps cutting it up for me. So I'm having trouble following it, but hopefully Jeremy can see it. Oh, you're talking about Love Live. Right, sorry. That was the important context I was missing for that comment.
There we go.
Oh, and it's to do with the subtitles. Yes. Sorry. Okay. Hey, that was the god Tachigami.
Tachigami.
Master of the Power Slash.
Whiz!
No, it's just the view I've got within Prism. Wait a minute, if you're getting all these powers, then you're just like that Shiranui.
Shiranui.
You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi.
Nagi.
When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods.
Gods.
Witches.
Crazy. Shiranui and Nagi, it's just like the legend.
That's very well timed, Charlie.
I'm struggling.
Sorry, Melly. Sorry, I misread that. Sorry, very well timed, Melly. Sorry.
I keep seeing Jeremy look like he's talking, and I don't hear anything, so it's really discombobulating.
I was laughing at the princess sound effect.
Right. Because laughing, it looked like you were talking, but I was like, why can't I hear him? Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing you stuff off on that boulder over there? And thus begins every boulder you see getting cut in half. Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. Do it. No. Jeremy, like,
It said a single line.
use it like a sword.
I did a line.
Side to side. Slice it with a single straight line.
Objection. Fine.
One line, straight across. Hey, are you even listening?
What? I did a line. Like
One line, straight across. You went back and forth.
yeah, in a single line.
There are 13 different techniques in this, and you have to use the exact thing, otherwise it won't work. Draw a line through it. A nice straight line. So start off to the side. There you go. Wow! I didn't think you had it in you. Verbal?
Neither did I.
First you times, you didn't. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Verbal. Amaterasu. I've made up my mind. If you're Shiranui reborn, then that means you can master all... techniques, right?
I have the power.
Jeremy's mad at how a game was coded 10 years ago. 15. How old is this game? It came out like 2011.
It was a PS2 game.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a Wii game originally. In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good at you. Yeah, being pissed off at you soon is very much in the vibe of this game. Lucky you. Now you trying to change my mind.
Can you stop bouncing on my blooming head?
Yeah, I know it's old. I know. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash,
Whiz.
you can cut down that thing that Sakura was talking about. Hey, remember? That's why we're in here. The fruit with all the villagers inside.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Let's go back and give it a shot.
I've got to retrace all my steps.
Oh, the arrow.
Oh, the giant arrow of head this way. Oh well, stuck.
Yeah, shame.
Oh wait, sorry, done it wrong. Hang on. Fuck
yes,
you.
that was perfect. The only problem was that you dobbed it the first time. If you don't dob it the first time, it'll be fine. Perfect. Do you remember when I told you that some bits of this, it's so much easier on the touchscreen? That's one of the things.
Alright.
Not that that's an option for you, but the whole point of this game was it was for the Wii, so you could do the a fight. What the? Where did they come from? Oh, whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You can use the sword, the thingy to fight. You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press the Y to use its power against them. Right, go for it. There you go. That's it. Look, Amy! When they go grey. Once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, you can use brush for them. They're easy prey for your brush, no matter how nasty they are. So slice them up. Grab your brush and give them a power slash. It only works when they're grey, so you have to do that guy now. The one on the floor there. No!
God.
Yes, well done. Good job. Your ink is refilling.
You obtained ink bottle.
So yeah, you can get ink to refill
Bottle
your thing.
full of ink. Fills one of Amaterasu's ink pots. You obtained Spirit Globe S.
Yep.
Humanity's faith made solid. Restores a little solar energy.
Solar energy is your health, if I recall correctly. Oh. You did it. Good job. So, the better the tree looks, the better the score. So, I could never get a good score on time. It just took me too long. I don't care about that shit anyway.
I did not cut that rock there.
Oh, they all cut in the same place.
Objection.
I don't know, Jeremy managing to cut a rock and now it's like, it isn't cut right.
Look, I'm cutting up here.
Yes?
That did not cut up there.
Okay. Everyone in the chat, just remember how long this came out. And how long ago this came out. Hey, that's that single rock that you were talking about. Shame can't get to it. Yeah, if you run uninterrupted, you get faster and faster. Although it doesn't go forever.
Oh god. Oh.
Oh, fight time! Bonk, bonk, bonk. Ah, they're health in the bottom corner. Slice them. Yeah, good job. Yeah, it takes some getting used to, but the fighting is really fun. Like, it just doesn't feel hard.
Oh. Alright.
Right, that was close. I think he was already dead, but that was fun. You tend to get like more when you're out in the overworld. Get more whether you want to be in a fight or not, because you'll see like they're almost like wandering creatures. Nah, you're getting too big for your breeches, boyo. think you get a powered up power slash later on, but I can't recall.
Now loading.
Now loading the second part of it. But this is shorter if you recall.
Oh, here we go again. Frickin' River of Sparkle Joy, whatever it was called.
The River of Sparkle. Oh, there's a save point just on the other side of this bridge. Cool. Is it? Or is it in the main world? Oh, it's down a bit, isn't it? Down around the corner. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, you look very nice. You ready to cut down some villagers?
Sure.
Okay, we're back in the real world. Perfect.
Well, enjoyed that game. Good game.
Princess.
Princess. I actually heard it that time.
There you go.
Wow, the village has been restored. Lucky you came through big time.
Yeah, I know, Matty, it's cool.
She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her kimono.
If you know what I mean. But seriously, with monsters running around and all,
Meow. That was very well timed.
The village could still be in danger. Let's go see how they're all doing down there.
I don't know if you look behind you, there might be a save point. Guess not. I mean, we could maybe go inside there and use the save point. If it's still there. Is it gone? No, it's there. Excellent. Hang on, Bubba.
So what to say about that one then?
Yeah. Just the village is now ready. And... Okay. Well, Jeremy, it is now 10 o'clock.
Oh, wrong button. Hang on. There you go.
Woof! I love that there's a bark button. It's my favourite. Please. Oh, hang on.
And Kachi wants to get involved. It's like, you know.
Have you seen the picture I did of her as a Natura?
I have no idea, have I?
I don't know. I'll find it later. Move so I can flatten your bed out. Yeah. No? I also love if you stop moving for like 10 seconds and Materas is like, cool. So, back to this screen.
There we
Thank you,
go.
everyone, for hanging around. Jeremy had a go at Okami. May continue it, may not. Not sure if Jeremy's getting on with it very well. It is a hard one to get into, but I mean, no, not hard. It's not hard to get. It's just not everyone's thing.
Put it so, I don't not like it. what's the way to put this? I'm up for playing more of it. It's just I'm not sure if my brain was in the right frame of mind to switch from thingy to that, if that makes sense.
No, I wasn't expecting you to play it long, honestly. I was only hoping to get to the point, honestly.
Fair.
The thing about Okami, especially in this early bit, is getting your head around how precise it wants you to be with some of the brush stuff. Like there's a challenge that you have to do just after this bit, which involves like drawing circles around things. Now I don't know how you're controlling the brush. Are you using the sticks?
So it is, I have to hit like trigger and then use this stick.
Right, so I was doing that, playing it on the big screen, right? And I actually got to the point where I'm like, I can't fucking do this. So I had to put it on the Switch, actually hold the Switch, and then use my finger or like that. Because it is doable, because it was programmed for the Wii, you know? So you can do it with the controls it gives you. It's just, I found it quite frustratingly difficult to do, especially like ones that are very precise, so a circle that has to like join up. Or, you know, I found it tricky. So it may not be the best one to play with the setup that you prefer. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's more of a Jerry plays it handheld on his own time.
Maybe, like I say, who knows? I'm not ruling it out because I know it's something
it's a very charming game. It's lovely.
Oh, it's
and
lovely to look at.
Really attached to Amy all the way through the game because she's just a sweetheart.
Like it's got a lovely style about it. It's got a lovely presentation. Again, I'm just sort of like the getting used to the feeling of it and like the little quirks of okay, I did a line like sort of thing, and just like getting used to certain things. You know what it's like.
Up with Capcom, Jeremy.
No. Look, it hasn't. Put it this way.
I didn't make the decision. I'm sorry.
I mean, I blame
That's
you.
the thing, because I did the same thing where I was just like, I did it. What the fuck do you want? Like, and the number of, like later on, the more you might think 13. How the fuck do I keep 13 in my head? And you do manage it, but like the later ones are. They're not like, they take more ink and stuff like that, and you have to kind of like, nothing's too complicated, but like they are all quite precise because they all do very different things. So there's one where it's like you draw 2 lines or you do like a cross or something, and they all do slightly different things. So if they have to be quite fussy about where you put the lines, otherwise it's they're not going to know which one to do, if that makes sense.
But like I say, not saying no to playing the rest of that on stream. Just might have to be at like a certain point in time, like when we want like a proper palette cleanser.
I wanted you to see it. I wanted you to see it and see the look of it and like get the vibe for like the kind of slightly silly humor, because a lot of the characters in it are real characters from mythology. Amaterasu is real, Isun is real. Lots of the characters you meet later on, like the reincarnation of Nagi, is really funny and is a real character in Japanese mythology. So it's very, very fun. And you're welcome for the stream, Charlie. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much,
I missed your earlier like ninja stream you did. It was like Charlie Von Karma is streaming, and I'm like, oh, opened it, and it was like, you have missed it. I'm like, fuck.
But yeah, I mean, so what did you think of Somnium Files then? Sort of, we've just been talking about Okami. Yeah, what say you on Somnium?
I like it. I have the same feeling that maybe you have about Okami, which is like the mechanics are stressing me out a little bit. But I feel like it's harder to get them wrong per se in Somnium. Also, you don't really have to fight the controller in Somnium. And it can be very interesting. There's lots of voicing to do. The mechanic of like having a character with 2 different voices. I'm down for it. It's very. I know you won't take this the wrong way, but it's a very you game, and if you're the one playing it, it needs to be a very you game. You know, I can adapt to most things. And most of the games I've played and loved, I've played alone. You know, so I only know that I enjoyed them playing them by myself in a completely different setup, so they may not translate to the stream as well, and that's fine. I'm not bummed out about it. The worst thing I would want is to force you to play a game that you weren't feeling on the stream, because that would be boring for you, upsetting for you, and everyone else would be like, so, you know. So
yeah, and this is the thing. Okami's cool.
Yeah, like, no, I get it.
It's just trying to figure out. I feel like it needs. If I were to, I say if because you know. If/when we were to try it again, I feel it's sort of just like almost like a context is key type thing.
Sure, I mean, like I said, we don't have to play it on stream. It's just it's a great game. I wanted you to see it. I wanted to see like Because I don't think there's another game that I've seen that looks like it.
Oh no, I totally agree. But I guess from my perspective, like cards on the table, there's an element where, you know, you were like, oh, we should totally do this. And it's like, all right, cool, let's do it. And it's that thing of, you know, I'm interested. I
appreciate you trying it. I honestly
haven't
do.
bitten by the bug, if that makes sense. So.
Well, no, I understand. And there's a very different thing to like, it's like Charlie was saying, she said that she enjoyed playing this game a lot, and like, and I'm the same. I've not been able to pick it up again since and get the same feeling because you can't. You know, like once you've played it once, that's it. Some people can, I can't. I think it's partly an ADHD thing. I had the same thing with Stardew Valley. I injured myself playing Stardew Valley on the Switch because I used this finger to like go through on the like menu on a Switch. And I actually ended up with like this tendon got like overpulled.
What, like RSI?
And he's like, that's not even the. Oh no, it is the hand that I draw with. Because that's the thing. I was a bit like, oh, maybe I've been overdoing it with the stylus. And he's like, no, I think you've just been doing too much scrolling in that Stardew Valley. But now I can't go back because I can't recapture that feeling, you know. And I saw a thing the other day that was just like, older games aren't just better, you're just remembering being happy. And I was like, thanks, I needed that today, you ass, kind of thing. And I'm like, but there is a thing about like, nostalgia is good to a point, but I think there is a point between you're like, yes, you are remembering the game as you experienced it when you were younger, and you can't do that again.
But that's why, but that's why remastered games are useful.
Yeah, because I mean, I never played it when I remember that game being out when I was, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to look up when Okami came out because it's driving me nuts.
I mean, I swear there was a PS2 version of it, so it'd have to be like early 2000s-ish. Like
Okami came out in 2006, so it's nearly 20 years old. And obviously, I'm sure it didn't look quite as polished as it does there, but fundamentally, it was the same, you know. And I don't know if you ever played Shadow of the Colossus, because I didn't, but I've seen it played. And I think that was about the same time. Actually.
That was PS3, I think, or was it? But I know it ran bad. Like, well, like it sort of chugged, if you will.
Shadow of the Colossus came out in 2005, so same period of time. But the thing between Shadow of the Colossus and this game is both involve a character with 4 legs that runs in a way that's kind of unrealistic, but yet somehow it's so loose and floppy that it kind of looks amazing. And like, so I always love that first shot you get of the statue of Tsiranui where she's like, I'll fucking kill you, kind of with his shoulders out. I'm like, I've never seen a stand like that. But the horse in Shadow of the Colossus is the same because it's all just really kind of floppy flop. But it looks amazing. I did say PS2, didn't I?
No, I might have said something different.
Chat. You thought it was PS3. I think they did a remaster. And
that must have been what it was. Yeah, okay, then. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I just remember I just remember the original version of it. It chugged. It was the way my friend described it.
No, there was a period where they were basically doing more with less, if that makes sense. They were basically downscaling how maybe accurate a character model had to be, and somehow it managed to make it look better. And I always remember the wolf from this game and the horse from Shadow of the Colossus shouldn't look as good as they do this many years later, but they still do. Jess said PS3. Yes, I remember. It's all good. Don't worry, Matty, I'm with you.
There you go. But
so I'm always impressed when they hold up like that.
But yeah, in terms of like upcoming stuff, as it were, I would like to try Somnium, but but given how maybe the next few weeks are going to work out, it might be we sort of come back to it once we've had a little bit of separation from it or something, and if I can get a copy of it for a lot cheaper than what it currently is.
Let's have a quick look at the older calendar.
I can put it on the screen. I think, because I do have a thing. Bear with me. Where is it? There we are. So
I'm like, I'm under it.
So we are currently at the 2nd of May. Next week is the 9th of May. So actually, this is a good moment to mention this. So next week, there will be a stream. We will see what occurs, because Claire, you will be in transit, so to speak, during the day, I believe.
I'm probably going to be there by the time we do this.
True, but you still have driven. But it's still a long transit that you're in, as it were. So you know,
a long wheelbase transit.
There you go. So either way, I'm gonna give a few thoughts on what I might try and do for next. We've got a couple of random ideas, and then if in doubt, we'll do something. Is there anything more on Pokemon we can do? As an easy...
It's Jeremy being like, they call me Cuban Pete, I'm the king of the rumba beat. And I was like, wow, I left him unsupervised. He's done exactly what I would have done in this situation.
I mean, hypothetically, Claire, if you, assuming you are available, is there anything else on Violet I can do? Because we've done the Academy Ace gubbins.
Have you unlocked 6s yet?
I think...
remember, we did it, and then I don't think you had them on the map, and we were like, let's check the next day. So I tell you what, before next week, you and I will have a recce between us and see if you've got access to those 6 stars. Because if you have, I believe that is the last thing we were trying to do. Obviously, you've got like the Blueberry DLC and the last part of the Teal Mask DLC, which you still need to do.
Oh yeah, like facing various people, and there's also the mystical beasts in caves, like Slug Dude, or whatever it was.
Oh, you mean the Celestials?
There you go.
I think that's what they're called. Yeah, so there's 4 of those. You've got one of them. Right?
I've got Ice. I've got Ice Lion.
You've got Chen Pao, yeah. There's also there's some Paradox ones that you can get.
Okay, cool. I don't know. So sure.
Anyway, yeah. So there is stuff. It's just whether you want to do it or not.
Exactly.
But the thing that I really want to get sorted for you is getting the 6 and 7 star, so that if we get any new ones, you can have a go at them without needing me to also. Because sometimes I will do that thing where I accidentally do it, and I'm like,
But yeah, so there will be a stream next week, and then the week after, we are tentatively, I'm going to say, because, you know, things can happen, tentatively going to try and do part 2 of Final Fantasy IX. I've never finished it, / I've never completed it, whichever title we end up going with. But yeah.
I should try and do art. I've got 2 weeks to do some art. I should totally do that. Especially now we know, like, who's playing which characters for definite. I can totally do some art of, like, us, like, in the characters.
Yeah, we've done some casting changes, if you will, some amending, just to make sure it's kind of a bit more spread across the board.
A bit more balanced, yeah.
Yeah. Princess.
I love the fact that I've created this meme and now, like, I bequeath to somebody else. I have made it clear, though, that the person taking that role do it exactly. Although they have said to me, I'll probably do it pretty similar.
I will say as well, like,
there's nothing to be more than a running gag. So.
I mean, Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is also out on 16th of May, so were Final Fantasy IX not to happen that week, I will probably do something relating to that, because I want to play me some Dreamcast games.
I would never dare to stand in your way when it comes to that collection, Jer. So, I mean, if you allow me on the stream at all, I will just be sitting there going, punch him! Bah!
Hey, look! Always love to have a hangout, you know what I mean? It's always good fun.
I like that our jokes are just spilling over into Mel. Mel's real. Excuse me, princess.
There you go, yeah.
Right, which is all to say, I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Indeed, because I have been up since about 6 a.m, so my brain is shattered, and I'm off to Londinium tomorrow to hopefully see Arsenal get a win over the mighty Bournemouth.
The Jason Bournemouth. So, have I ever told you how I had an elderly auntie who always pronounced Portsmouth like the mouth in Bourne?
What, Portsmouth?
Yeah. Actually, you said Bournemouth, but nobody says that, do they?
No, not at all.
Yeah, no, they said Portsmouth and Bournemouth, and I was like, and I'm not going to correct you because you're older than the sun.
Fair. But also, tomorrow, that being 3rd of May if you're watching this in the future, is free comic book day.
Something that Jeremy is always the person who reminds me about.
So why not, if you've got a local comic book shop near you, why not pop down, grab a few free comics that are on offer, and also grab something else while you're there as well, because the local comic book shops need their support, especially with, like, recent issues involving distribution with Diamond, I think it is, where, like, they basically went bankrupt, and they're the ones that mainly, like, provide, like, a bunch of books from DC and other publishers. It's been a whole heap of BS. So anything you can, anything you can do for a local comic book shop, why not? I'm going to be popping to mine actually before I head up to London, because
I think I know, unless it's closed down, I think I know where the by Queen Street Station. So if you're in Glasgow, wander up the street by Queen Street Station. I think there is a comic book store there.
There was one down there, yeah.
Jeremy's the one who showed me where it was, actually.
Yeah, one of my local ones. But yeah, so
you look up World Free Comic Day, and there'll be like a list of places that are taking.
Yeah, look up Free Comic Book Day. You should be able to find it. If not, there should be some UK specific pages lurking somewhere.
Yeah, and as I've just spotted Matty Boo saying that he's working tomorrow, so he wouldn't be able to go, I will see what I can pick up, because I'm going to be seeing Matty Boo not too long from now, so we'll see what we can find. I've got
As
some great
will
comics that
I.
Jeremy picked up from me at some point, and he was like, here you go, and I'm like, what the fuck? Also, I have a quick tiny update on something that I don't know if, I think I may have mentioned it on the stream, Jeremy, which is, my dad is currently not very well, he's in the hospital, and one of the things that he's struggling to do is his brain is a bit fizzy, so he's having trouble reading books. So he's very bored. And he also is having trouble holding up things like a Kindle or a book because it's heavy, you know. So Keith, bless him, pulled out a bunch of 2000 ADs, and I took them down to him, and he's been updating me on how far he's got through.
Actually, you have mentioned this before, yeah. So yeah.
He's not like burning through them or anything because he's still very tired. But he was just like, I read the Judge Dredd story, that was good. And I was like, go down. But yeah, like I mean, 2000 AD. If you haven't read it before, a little bit morbulating because it's just like a lot of ongoing stories. But yeah. Oh no. Well, so everyone who can get to the comic book store, get one for Harriet and Matty. But get it to them get a comic on their behalf and read it. And
I mean, hey, look, what some places do, like my local one, they're making it more like free comic book weekend. So Saturday's Saturday's like the primary day, and like so any like leftover stuff, they sort of still doing all their offers and stuff on the Sunday as well.
Yeah, I mean, because it's good publicity, I guess, for them.
Oh no, not that. It's just, you know, if they've got the stock, why not? Like, it's a thing to bring in people in and such.
My dog has just farted so
I wonder what was going on there. I was like, are you alright?
Oh my god. We need to end the stream, Jeremy. I need to open a window.
Well, Claire, before I can let you go, I of course have to let you do some self-promotion, so time to do some self-promotion.
Okay, you can find me at my link. I won't even make any jokes. Sad sneaky dab. Jeremy, where can the people find you?
Is that it? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, fucking ass! It's really smelly in here! You can find me on my link tree. I'm trying to do. Oh, yeah, you better feel bad about what you did. Stinky animal. Anyway. Yeah, sorry. She's got quite the butthole on her. But yeah, you can find me at my link tree or by following the smell of dog stank. You'll probably find me. Jeremy, where are you? Where are you? Are you on Linktree?
I'm on Linktree. Yeah, find me Linktree/Jeraffemy. That's where you can find the links to various things. The VODs channel is gradually updating. I can't remember what one we're up to now, but I've got everything uploaded in the back end. So, if anything, before the 16th of May, the first VOD of the Final Fantasy IX stream should be on the Jeraffemy Plays YouTube channel. If you haven't already watched it on the Twitches, as it were.
On the Twitches. I'm trying to find this picture of Katya as a Materas, but I don't know if I still have it. So I honestly can't remember when I played Okami time. It's a while back, but no, I don't think it's on.
But yeah, like I say, I do want to reiterate. I love the look and the vibe of Okami. Just I'm not sure if tonight was the right night for me to try and gel with it, and there was a lot to take in.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting you to be like, we have to keep playing or anything. You know, I just wanted. That was the only reason. And I'm just very cautious because I don't want. The last thing I want is to make people play things they don't like. You know.
100%. 100%.
I'm just like, God, I make a lot of shit, Jeremy. So much shit. Would you like to see some of the shit that I just found?
Do you want to open a window or not? What are you doing?
Did you see that?
Yes. What is going on?
So that was a bookmark that was available, or a scratching thing. That's the bookmark on the right. Yeah. Okay. But I thought it just looked like one really long. So I put a boot on it, right? And then I was like, I made two legs. This, by the way, is the Great Worm of something or other from Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know why it has that face, but it does.
In fact, you know what I'm going to do, Claire? You keep showing people things. I'm just going to grab something from another room that's going to link into comic stuff, because I think it'll be fun to show on the stream. So I'll be right back. Carry on.
Here we go. Check that out. I'm in a part of your world. That's MinamiCon 2022. Oh, good times. Good times, y'all. Oh my goodness. That's my friend sitting next to his dog, who is a pyramid of fur. Wow, incredible. This is great content. That's a picture of me that I photoshopped some googly eyes. May it haunt your dreams. What else we got? Geminis be like, I want to murder. Good fun. I will find this picture.
I have returned.
It's returned. It didn't take that long. It's all good.
So,
tell me.
I was at my comic shop a couple of days ago, and I picked up an issue. That's me, circa 2005. Let's, you know.
That chain can't be real. I must have photoshopped.
It's 100% not real, I assure you.
I don't know why I photoshopped it. Oh, Jeremy, I found a. Jeremy Graves in Fuck You 2016.
So not 2026, don't say that yet.
No, it says 2021 on it. I must have moved a thing with it.
So, I have a comic, which I've been trying to get hold of the first issue for a while, but there's been delivery issues. I have issue 1 of DC Cross Sonic the Hedgehog.
Wait, no, you told me about this, and you were like, this is the comic I own. I was like, oh my god! It's like, oh.
So, I need to emphasize something that occurs in this issue.
Okay.
Because in this comic, there are moments that may feature, let's say, a certain fast hedgehog known as Sonic, and also a certain fast superhero known as the Flash.
The Flash.
You could say there is an entire 2-panel spread of them having a race.
I mean, why would you not want to do that? Like, that's like the only thing you...
The Flash Sonic variant is pretty damn good. But I feel the need to share some dialogue. So...
Go on. Read it aloud.
So we have, the Flash going, listen, kid, I'm the Flash. I'm speed personified. Then starts running off. Then Sonic speeds up and goes, then I'm speed perfected.
Oh! Oh! I found it.
There you go, that's amazing.
It made my dog into a matcha.
Honestly, do you know what? It's a fun comic. Like, if you want something really random, just like, why does this exist? But I haven't got an issue with it. It's a good laugh.
No, it sounds actually... It sounds really good fun, and like I'm glad that you've got it. So like, it's like sometimes you buy something where you're like, I don't know why, but I need this, and I know that 10 years from now people are going to be like, oh, and there are only 5 of these in existence. And you're just looking at your one going, huh, weird. Like, you picked it up at the right time.
I when it comes to like comics, like I'm mainly on like the Peach Momoko, Rayan Gonzalez, Rose Besh cover train still. But also they've been doing Marvel vs. Capcom art variants recently, so I think I've got all bar one.
All bar one. Oh,
there you go.
You're the collector at heart. You can't use those time thingies on. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there you go. But also, I get them just because I'm not looking to try and sell them. It's just like I want them.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not. It's just that you know what it's like sometimes where you suddenly realize something you have is like really sought after. And you're like, interesting, and then don't sell it because you never intended to.
Actually, there's something else I just realised. Have I shown you the big comic yet?
The big comic.
I'll keep talking, Claire. I'll be right back. This is funny.
Oh, you've got the perfect partner for this. I wish I could share my screen so you all can see these, but this is just like me making shitty memes about like what? Oh god, just like these are all like COVID times, so they're just like really bizarre. And also my friend's cat. Deal with it. Check it. Oh, that's when Gina Carano like torpedoed her head. Remember that? Great times. Come on. Okay, so it's not focusing, but you get that. Both of those say Gina Carano. Oh, that's what happens when you buy your Greyhound from Wish. Yeah, it's dissipated. I'm fine now. Oh look, this is almost this is prescient. This is when my chair broke and it was no up, only down. keep this up so Gemma can laugh at it.
I feel like I've been called out here.
No, this was a meme I apparently made like back in 2020 about my. But apparently, like this is still relevant now.
So,
go on.
There is a very famous comic storyline in the Batman universe called Hush, and they've recently started doing Hush 2, like the official sequel of Hush.
Electric Hushaloo.
There you go, right? There you go. So, you know, I've got the first issue, like a bonus thing for the comic shop. So I've got like the first issue, some great looking art and whatnot. Like it's Jim Lee, like some classic, proper, amazing looking art. And oh shit, hang on, wait. And then I pull up the issue, and then you know.
Wait a second. Hang on. Jeremy, you shrank. Something happened there.
Wait, what? What happened, Claire?
There was some sleight of hand that took place there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about, Claire. It's totally fine. I don't know what you're talking about. It's totally fine. What are you talking about, Claire? It's totally fine. Oh, it's lovely. It's great. Look, you know. Just look, Claire.
Oh, Ted, I don't get it at all.
Claire, you've got to understand. Like, comics are fun, and sometimes you just need to make sure you've got the right issue with you. So then, you know, you can just flick through whenever you need to. You know, it's good fun. You know. So yeah, you know, all good.
I wish Keith had been here because we had a running joke for years that Keith could change size, and whenever we found something that was weirdly out of proportion, like for a while you lived in but there used to be a giant light switch. It was like 7 feet high. I don't think it actually worked, but it was like a sculpture. So I have a picture of Keith just leaning on it, trying to close it. We found a tennis ball that was the size of a football, and so Keith was there, like, holding it in one hand, like. Oh. And every time we find something too big or too small, it's like a newspaper. It's just. It's almost like you've got like a test run from the printers.
Claire,
So
I don't know what you're talking about, Claire. It's absolutely fine. What are you talking about? You know, it's a perfectly normal.
I'm so mad right now.
It's a perfectly normal sized comic book, Claire. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, it's totally fine.
I have lost track of how many there are. I think there are 3. But I now really want to get like a screenshot and just have me holding. Being like, here he is. We were joking on a group chat a few nights ago. Like, someone asked Jeremy if he'd ever had a 3DS, and I found this small folded bit of paper near me, and I was like, "This is Jeremy on a 3DS." Oh my god, yeah, this is the equivalent of Matty going, "Just normal men."
Let me find a quote for you from this comic. Then hang on.
You have to do it loudly because it's loud and big.
Satisfaction guaranteed. Right there on the first page. There you go.
Just innocent men. Just quick reference to something Malu said in the chat a minute. Vote on the colour of the noodle. This is relevant to a video I made earlier, which I'm not going to send to Jeremy and have him like kind of wrangle to get it on the screen because it's not that funny. It's not meant to be funny. It's just like, because Katya, my dog, she's not black, right? She's brown, but she's also kind of not brown. So she was lying in direct sunlight earlier, and I managed to get some photographs and some footage of her not being black. And I basically was like, hey, what color do you think fur is? I mean, it's closer to black than anything else, but you know, the point is on her. God, what did they call it? Like the Bertillon card? Because I looked up and I didn't know what this was called. Because when we got her, there was a card that came with her that had a front and a back, and it had all her feet drawn, and it was basically like almost like a VIN book for the dog. It showed exactly all of her colouring, and I didn't realise because they have a name, and it's called like a Bertillon card, or Bertillon card. Which is named after a French police officer who basically designed the idea of what information you should capture about someone, like their fingerprints, like how tall they were, that kind of thing. I think it was called a Bertillon card. And but on her Bertillon card it says that she's black. she's not black. But then I just suddenly was like, it's almost like people who breed greyhounds just for racing and don't see them as animals don't know what the fuck they're talking about and maybe don't listen to them. And then I was just like, end greyhound racing. It's a surprise. It's a serious video. I got you. But yeah, no, I don't know, Mello. I don't know what I want, what color I want to call.
Okay, noted.
Sensible chuckle. That's a different magazine. You can't fool me. That's no reality.
I don't,
Automod caught
don't know
you,
what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. It's right here, you know? Right here.
One of the funny, I keep making Mind Freak jokes, but
You activated my trap card!
one of the things in the Mind Freak thingy is a colouring book that if you hold it in a certain way, you can be like, colours! And then you hold it a different way, it's like, oh, the colours are gone! And it just cracks me up. Yeah, the Automod managed to catch someone trying to silver many.
But
achievable.
yeah, like, you know, it's like, this is a compact issue, you know? Little compact one.
That's the same one you were reading a minute ago, right?
What are you talking about?
That one's coloured, I know the difference!
What are you talking about? It's right here.
Okay, so there will be no more streams because I'm going to go down to...
You completely cut out then, so, you know.
I said there will be no more streams because I'm going down to Jeremy's house to murder him with an ice pick.
Why? What have I done?
Okay, I now know what to look for in the DIY store.
You know what I say to that, Claire? Hush!
Good episode of Buffy, that one, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Did you ever watch the episode of Buffy called Hush?
I feel like I might have done, but there are so many.
No, this is a particularly good one. I think it won an award. It's because their voices all get stolen, and they're trying to give like a presentation on the thing that's stolen their voices. And Buffy's kind of like being like, "Can I stake it?" And Giles is just sort of like, she's just like, and he's just like, and then she just sort of like goes like.
I remember that.
It's very funny. So Matthew says, "I'll tell you what this is. Jer showed me how many hourglasses packed with them."
So what?
It'd be really funny if he showed you the number and the number kept going up by like 800 every time.
So look, cards on the table, right? These giant issues, they're fun, but there is no pun intended with the wording here. There is an issue with how you keep these stored, because
they're bigger than everything else.
Because you can't get a bag and a board big enough for it. So what my local comic shop bookshop gave me was they gave me a bag I could keep them in. So I've just got randomly an official Yu-Gi-Oh card tournament bag that's big enough.
You activated my trap
literally.
You're just there sliding it into the bag, like, in the shadow realm you go.
These things are massive. Look at them. They're giant, literally.
I mean, the thing is, though, Jeremy, it's hard to gauge because it's you holding them.
All right, look. I'll show you some of the secret sauce. Then hang on. So.
Secret sauce.
Right, hang on. So.
Something that isn't a comic. Okay, that is pretty funny. Everybody get your print screens in now.
No! Oh, I love it.
Those are delightful. So did you not realise they were going to come in like...
Oh no, they're doing like special literal, like it says, can I show this? It says like giant size special edition. Like there.
Yeah, for all you blind ass bastards out there.
But the thing is, I love Jim Lee's art, and it's just like, you know what? I'd love to get them. Now, the one downside is they're 15 quid each.
I mean, fair. Jim Lee isn't the guy who passed away, is he?
No, not.
No, there was another artist with a similar
name. But another thing about them is that like it's just cool to have something that size of Jim Lee's art, because prints of his cost a freaking bomb, quite frankly. I just thought, you know what, it would be nice to have something. The only downside with the second issue is the paper stock quality is bad.
This is the problem. If you've worked in production for even a slight amount of time, you become an absolute production snob. Keith is the same. Whenever someone buys him something, he's like, ooh. No,
but I was even showing the guys in the shop, I went, is this paper stock, like, bad or something? And they went, what do you mean? I went, well, they still had issue 1 in there. I went, look, compare. Feel the paper of this They felt the second one. They went, oh yeah, it's like a lot thinner. And it's like, yeah, it's a shame. So I don't know if I'll get any.
The middle one is thinner.
So this one, the internal paper stock is a lot thinner, which is a shame. It is, but
You know why? It's because they're going to have to balance like what they can afford with the quality of the stock, and it's weirdly enough, there's a very similar situation going on at my. A lady contacted us and she wanted to talk to me because she was like, oh, I'm applying for a job that I think you hold. Do you mind if I talk to you about it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And when she came in, I was like, oh my God, this job is like way more than mine. You know, I think this is my boss's job. I think you might need to talk to him. And when he talked to her, he realized that her job was lower than his. So what's happened is they've advertised for a job that's got almost his level of responsibility, my job title, and a salary that's in the middle. So they're clearly hedging their bets because they only had certain budgets. So they're like, well, we'll see what we can ask for.
Yeah.
It's very much like that when we're trying, like, I can move the paper quality up, but then this will go down, or like this will go up and this will go down. And I was just like, I hope that girl doesn't get taken advantage of. Anyway.
And, also, Matty, you said frame them. Potentially the idea. Let's put it that way. The giant-sized ones.
They did it, officer. That giant comic over there.
The thing is as well, though, like, I don't know how long this arc is going to be, and 15 quid a pop for those giant issues. It's like, you know what? If the paper stock's not going to be that great now, I'd much rather just wait for a big collected, big-ass trade of them, like a giant-sized trade.
Wouldn't it be annoying if, like, say, you had two volumes of something and they may be really different, like this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you see that?
100%. We're used to that.
Okay, but there's a better thing. Can you spot the difference between them? Okay.
They're literally the dimensions are different. Oh, one's floppy and one's not.
No. See, you see where the edges are? Like there's the open pages are towards each other.
Sure. Wait, they're printed different ways.
This is printed unflopped. So this is in the traditional manga, front to back.
Right to left.
This is entirely reversed.
Left to right.
Like, so it's a left to right British style book. Because back when manga first got published over here, they thought that was what they prefer, and it sucks. So I've got this weird collection where the first 4 are forwards and a different size.
Just to confuse and keep you on your toes. But I appreciate we were going to close out a while ago, so we will close out now.
Talking about comics.
Hey, look, you know what? It was free comic book day tomorrow, so it's good fun, you know, like I say.
But yes.
Indeed.
Jeremy.
So, yes.
Good night.
There will be a stream of some kind next week, folks. We fancy joining, would be lovely to have here. If not, we will see you again very soon. But from myself, Jeremy, from Claire, we have been in the fun zone. Hope you've had a fun time with us tonight. Until next time, take care. Mwah! Have a lovely weekend, and bye!